Hey y'all, good afternoon. Just trying to pull myself together for this presentation. I'm gonna give everybody time to get in the chat room, and as I said, I'm behind the scenes just trying to pull myself together. All right, so I'm gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get in, and I'll come back on, give my shout outs before we get started. I see there's a lot of people in the bushes. It's not that many people in the chat room, or do I need to refresh on my page? Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to come in here. We are very loving, welcoming. And that's one thing I wanted to point out too, the fact that we have a lot of new people following me since the Maleah Davis case. So a lot of this information is new to these people. Okay, they might have watched a video or saw a live or something and just something in their spirit said, follow them. But that don't mean they actually got the fullness of what's going on. Some people haven't been on this journey as long as we have. We've seen this before, okay? And a lot of things that I'm gonna point out to y'all today, we've already seen this before. We've already discussed it before, so it's not gonna be new to a lot of y'all, okay? Because the Lord God, He has been taking us on a spiritual journey since Kanika. Okay, so those that's new, if you don't get it, I'm gonna try my best to explain it. The way we do it over here, if you guys in agreement, you can drop a one, or we take off running. And what we mean by take off running, if somebody in the chat room can take off running when it just get hot and heavy, or the information just get hot and heavy, or some Jews being dropped, we just take off running. So if y'all see people in the chat room running, don't mind them. They having relay races. Okay, it's fine. The Holy Spirit is all up and through here. So yeah, we run. All right, and I ain't talking about the little church shouting. Okay, we just like run, and we got that from Melissa. My sister Melissa, I couldn't tell her nothing without her taking off running. So that's what we do over here. If you guys don't understand anything, just drop me a two in the chat room. I will be looking at the chat room. I can't respond to a lot of questions when I do presentations because I go all in. Like I be fully into what I'm doing. I'm trying to connect with my higher powers. Okay, I'm trying to connect with our Father, the Creator, of all things, who know all things. Because I try to separate myself from my own thoughts, my own opinions about stuff, my own understanding, and just completely follow the Holy Spirit. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times I'm blocking out what everybody else is saying because I have to remind myself, even if you don't get it now, maybe the revelation may come to you later. I don't know. But I have to focus on what I'm supposed to do. Okay. So if you guys don't understand, just drop a two. I always repeat it, go over it, to try to find a better way to break it down. But pay attention to my chat room too, because we have some awakened people over here. Hashtag we woke over here. Hashtag we woke over here. Thank you, God. We woke over here. Thank you, yeah. We woke over here. And I love y'all for that. Couldn't get through this presentation if it wasn't for y'all. We're going to get started. We're not going to take long. I'm trying to get some more people to come in. And also, I do want to say, let me put my disclaimer up while I say this. I do want to say this will be a challenging, a very, very difficult live for me to do. Okay. I even had thoughts about not doing it at all, to be honest with y'all. Um, Kind of felt, for one, it hit too close to home. For two, it's too many people involved once again. For three, it's still an open investigation. So, you know, it's just a lot of reasons why I didn't want to do it. Okay. But I said I'll go ahead and get it out there and let y'all know that at least that this is where we at with it. Okay. And so whatever happened from here on out is God's will. Malika have nothing to do with it. I'm just doing my assignment And when I tell y'all this assignment is deep, it's deep. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. I got my disclaimer out there. Y'all know how the presentations is. Okay, so I need my wrenches on guard for the trolls. Keep them away. All right, so y'all know how I go. Be on guard, keep the trolls away. And we're gonna get started. Of course, I'm nervous, as always. Okay, I'm always nervous doing this. I never thought this would be something I would be called to do. Look into young girls' deaths or disappearances, and this is just it's hard. So keep me covered, y'all. All right, so here's my disclaimer. Y'all ready? Drop me a one if y'all ready. Let me take a sip of water. Drop me a one if y'all ready to get right into it. And God, let me give a shout out to everybody. Hey, Angela. Hey, Antoine. Hey, Mr. Miles is what I call him. Hey, Tanya. Work 2, Flow 2. Docs on the Rocks. Hey, 2300. Hey, Neck. Carolyn, Stacy, and everybody in the chat room. Hey, Deb. Deb, thank you for all your help as well. I got to give a shout out to Deb because Deb helped me out so much. Hey, Sylvester. Um, Deb was a big part of a piece of. I'm gonna save it for when we actually go into it, but I'm just gonna give her a shout out because she helped me out a lot with some stuff. So, shout out to you for being a real truth seeker. Okay, I gave my shout outs. Let me go back down. Everybody ready? Let's go. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Charlotte. Let's go. Blessed baby. All right, let's go, y'all. We're going to pray for no complications and no technical difficulties. Y'all know how the enemy likes to do, so just cover me. All right, so this right here, this presentation is about the case of Maleah Davis. Excuse me if y'all see any errors, anything. I only worked on this for a few days, but I promise y'all when I tell y'all we have a lot of Jews inside of this, and you probably want to wake up and pay attention, trust me. When have I ever did a laugh where it wasn't real laugh? Okay, so trust me, you want to wake up and pay attention. All right, in today's lab, we're going to discuss four main factors of this case and go in depth, proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that this case of Maleah Davis is yet another 711 911 attack on our youth. For those that don't know about the 711 slash 911, we talked about it before. 711 is basically another 911. It's a terrorist attack, but yet it's an attack on our youth. Okay, it's a satanic spiritual warfare. Okay, just like 911. That's why they call it just they call it similar to the 911 because 911 was the inside job. Okay, it was an inside job. We were attacked by our own, government, our own people, and that's just what 711 is. Okay, but it's an attack on the youth, and it's an inside job. All right, so what we're going to go over is the sacrifice, the participant, the agenda, and the end game. All right, that's what we're going to go over today. So y'all know my discussions in my lab, just so everybody, whoever is new to me know, mine is kind of different. I'm not your average YouTuber. Mine is kind of different. A lot of times I break things down from the natural, but I never really been the one that focused on edited surveillance. I never been the one that focused on time lapse, things like that, when I feel like so strongly that it's a cover up. So this case right here is strictly a spiritual awakening, a spiritual warfare, a spiritual case. So I felt that that was the approach I had to go. And that's the reason why I'm getting ready to expose to something I'm getting ready to expose to you. Okay. Because the Lord was able to shine revelation on this stuff and we was able to um use our own knowledge and understanding of what we already know about this occult world and this type of lifestyle, right? And apply it to this case right here. So let's go over these things right here. So I'm not gonna waste no time. I'm gonna jump right into it. Some things some of y'all seen before, all right, like these photos right here. I told you guys when we look into these photos in some of my last videos, it's Illuminati and Masonic symbolism. Okay, we already discussed that. The hand over the mouth and a covering of one eye. All right, that's just those who knew, but I'm gonna show y'all the symbolism that's in those photos. Okay, like one of my subs mentioned duality, which is light versus dark. What I mean by that, if you look at both photos, on one side of her is light, and the other side of her is dark. Okay? You guys see what I'm saying? So the duality of light versus dark is symbolic for spiritual warfare. If you didn't catch that, drop me a 2. So they were showing us right away that this was a spiritual case and a spiritual warfare. Okay, just by the photos. And I know some people might say it's lighting. No, they intentionally do their photos like that. Do your research. Wake up and pay attention. All right. Also, to hand over the mouth, you guys should already know it's the Illuminati vial of secrecy or vial of silence. I should have put to cover up one eye means to pay homage to the beast, a symbol for the all-seeing eye. Also, on the obituary is 2015 through 2019, which you have a 711, 911. Let me know if you guys don't see that. Okay, 5 plus 2. I had actually broke it down in like 3 different ways at the bottom where you can get a 711 and a 911 just from the year 2015 through 2019. So if you look at her obituary, you see at the top where it says her name, and then right in between Texas obituary, the date at the top, you get the 711 and the 911. It's not a coincidence. I'm going to show y'all because it's all over this case. All right. We just going over some things, like I said, you guys probably already know. Now, the suspect participants, and I need everybody to wake up. I'm gonna need everybody to seriously wake up because this right here was so like it was like watching a Lifetime movie to me, and it fits so perfectly. It fits so perfectly. I promise y'all. Just pay attention, please. All right. I'm gonna put my disclaimer in. These claims are from the views and opinions of myself and my team by the guidance and unction of the Holy Spirit. That is my disclaimer. Okay? Everything from here on out is from the views, opinions, from me and my team and the revelation from the Holy Spirit. Y'all got that? Let's go. All right, the top players of the game. Let's get it. Remember, guys, we talked about this, not chess. Checkers. This is chess. All right, we always tell y'all whenever it's something big, whenever it's something involving these secret societies, y'all have to understand they're not playing checkers, they playing chess. So you always look for the king, the queen, and the bishop. Like Melissa so very well put it out before in one of our videos, she explained how the whole chess game goes. All right, you always look for the king, the queen, and the bishop. All right, they are the top players of the game. Now, if you stay and wait to the end, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Participant, fall guy, or we call him the scapegoat. He is the pawn of the chessboard. He is the pawn of the chessboard. Whew. Oh, y'all, come on now. We got to see this. We got to see it. Maleah's biological parent, no surveillance has been released showing Craig Davis or Brittany Bowen. Edited / missing footage always equals a cover up. Sometimes we got to ask ourselves who's missing out the equation and why. And I know some of y'all may say, stop right there. They're trying to build the case against. No. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Okay, so we're going to break these suspects down piece by piece, bit by bit. Y'all going to need about 2 hours for this live, but I promise y'all will walk away full. Okay, if you hungry, you'll walk away full. All right, so these are just some things that I found that was important factors about Brittany Bowen, aka Autumn Vent. I'll be getting a lot of these little spam pop-ups, so y'all excuse me. All right, who is BB Autumn Vent? The daughter of Benjamin Brenda Bowens. I didn't want to put anything about them personally on here. We're going to, excuse me, focus on her. Born in Lake Charles, Louisiana. From my receipts that I'm not going to release here on live today, she is Creole, practices shamanism and voodoo. Okay, this came from a family member who I discussed Brittany with, and out of respect to this family member, I'm not going to release those statements because these were questions that I was asking because I needed to know that. Okay, when y'all talk to people and y'all interview and y'all ask what y'all ask, cool. All right, but I knew this was a spiritual warfare, so my question was, hey, did this girl practice voodoo anything? Oh yeah, okay. So from my understanding, she's the shamanism. I might be pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry, you guys, but she practiced voodoo. All right. So according to her, what we know about her, she's an inspiring photographer. According to her IG, her social media pages, she also is a future nuclear medicine technologist. Okay. So I have her little page right there, so you guys can get a glimpse of it and see exactly who Brittany is. Now we about to break Brittany down. All right. So from my understanding, this is allegedly. Don't quote me on this. Is allegedly. This is what came from a family member. And like I said, I'm not going to expose anything on YouTube because I'm not about trying to chase no clout. I can care less about having views. None of that stuff. I'm not about that. It's about Malia. Okay. So from my understanding, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. All right. She got the voodoo and everything from her mother, Brenda Bowen. Okay, Brenda Bowens have, in her past practiced the voodoo or still do, or I don't know. All right. And it was allegedly stated that she might even put this on her dad. I mean on her husband, Brittany's dad. Okay. So this is just allegedly. But I want you guys to see where Brittany got this stuff from. Allegedly. All right. We see a photo right here of Brittany's mom and the Houston Police Department chief. I'm gonna speak on that a little bit later. All right, but I'll just put that in there for a reason. And I also, show you guys too that that's another proof of a cover up is in the making. All right, all right. So what is shamanism? From what Brittany practices. A shaman is a person regarded as having access to and influence the world of benevolent and malevolent spirits who typically enters into a state trance of a ritual and practice divination or divination and healing. Okay. So, and shamanism is a practice that involves a practitioner, which is a shaman, reaching altered states of consciousness in order to perceive and interact. So, with the spirit world. So, here it is. Now, I'm giving you guys a picture. Okay. So, here it is. You have a woman, Brittany Bowen, who everybody is looking at and everybody is judging. They saying, why is this woman crying? Why does she look fake? How could she do this to her daughter? Please understand that you're not, this is the person that you're looking at. You look at a person that practices shamanism and voodoo. Let's get that clear because I need us to get that clear before we can go any further. We looking at somebody who practices voodoo. Now I'm not saying everybody in Louisiana practices voodoo. This came from a family member, and I had to confirm this. Okay, that both Brenda as well as Brittany practices voodoo. And I don't know about Brenda with the shamanism. Maybe that's a modern day thing, but and Brittany just decided to pick that up and dig into it. So I just want you guys to understand what type of being that we dealing with, entity we dealing with. Let's continue. Okay, so you have somebody that practices voodoo who tap into who play messes with your mind, and shamanism try to tap into the spirit realm, or just keep that in mind. Okay. Also, what we found out about Brittany that she's a nuclear medicine technologist. Now, I want you guys to really work with me on this live because there's no way I can even blow this screen up, and everything is so small. All right. So I posted some fun facts and a definition of what it is she's in school for or studying to become. Because remember, on her IG profile, she says she is the future nuclear medicine technologist. So, of course, we want to know exactly what that is and what it is Brittany is studying. Okay, so that person, the nuclear medicine technologist, they prepares radioactive drugs and administers them to patients in order to create images that cause abnormal areas of the body to appear different from normal images. They operate the equipment that creates the images in the patient's body. Okay, what is exactly nuclear medicine radiologists? They also called nuclear radiologists are physicians who are who use radioactive material called radio pharmaceuticals to diagnose and treat disease. They employ such techniques. I don't know what they're saying. When using these radio pharmaceuticals to produce images of the body's organs or to visualize certain diseases. All right. So, like I said, I got some fun facts about it. Nuclear medicine procedures are used in diagnosing, it's so small, y'all, I'm sorry, and treating certain illnesses. Okay. These procedures use radioactive material called radiopharmaceuticals. Examples of diseases treated with nuclear medicine produces produces are or procedures. I'm sorry, procedures are thyroidism, hyperthyroidism, cancer, bone pain, things as such. All right, there are no long-term adverse effects for low dosage exposure. All right, some potential side effects that may occur include bleeding, swelling, soreness or swelling may develop at the injection of the site. All right, let's move on. How long does the injection stay in the system? The nuclear imaging agent is out of your system within 60 hours, but it always decaying, so it becomes minimum in a relatively short period of time. Okay, so this is also a fun fact. Nuclear medicine technologists, employment of nuclear medicine technologists is projected to grow 10% from 2016 to 2026, faster than the average of all occupations. This is something that's like really growing, or they plan, they saying it's gonna grow in the future, but this stuff is so big. It's like, come on, Father, tell us what this is. What is this? What is this radio pharmaceutical? Okay, what is this? Let's find out what this is. Radio pharmaceuticals are those radio isotopes, excuse me, y'all, that are primarily used for diagnosing and therapeutic purposes. It can be used for diagnosing and treatment of various chronic diseases. Isotopes, whatever, play a very crucial part in the medical diagnostic procedures in combination with imaging devices, which record the gamma rays emitted from inside healthcare professionals to study the dynamic processes taking place in various parts of the body. Okay, so it's a drug. It's a nuclear type of drug, a nuclear radio type of drug, something that they doing nowadays. That's supposed to be healthy and don't cause adverse side effects as long as it's given a small dosage of it. And this type of thing, this type of occupation right here, the growing market is like off the chain. All right, for radio pharmaceutical market analysis revealing key drivers, growth trends, and competitive assessments through 2023. All right, the market outlook from 2021, update 2017, investment trends, regulations, and companies' profiles and forecasts. Okay, so this is like a growing market. This new radio pharmaceutical type of drug it's a growing market. It is a growing market. for this stuff, you guys, and we're gonna see more and more of it into the future. 2021, 2023, they're going to be using nuclear medication, radioactive drugs. All right. So one of the largest, I'm not gonna read this whole thing. I just want to bring some fun facts to the table, and you guys can always come back and watch this video. But I just wanted to point out that one of the largest distributors is in China for these radio pharmaceutical drugs. Okay. The supply agreement marks the HTA's first with the U.S. supplier of Mali 99. This is where the lab is at. They got a big lab over there. They keep cooking it up. All the radioactive drugs. I don't even know if there's radioactive Mali. That Mali 99. I didn't go too deep off into it, but understand they over there in China cooking it up. That's the largest distribution factory. All right. So Malia's special package from China. What was inside that package? Inquiring minds want to know. What was Brittany ordering from in China? Now let's see what she was ordering from China. Won't he do it? So I have a screenshot that I sent my troops out there to get of the info on a tracking that 50 Keys had in her video. All right. So like I said, can't really blow it up. Maybe you guys can screenshot it and blow it up once the video is over with. Okay. And so Brittany had this package come, I might be pronouncing this wrong, Ganzhou, China. GAUANGZHOU, China. Okay? That's where the radio pharmaceutical lab is in China. Okay? Now let me read to y'all this article I found. In years, the CIRC, based on the most widely used clinical imaging radiopharmaceutical, okay, the C-time labeling drugs, the F-DG injections, etc., short half-life, limited production and distribution characteristics combined with Europe and the U.S. mature business model successfully in, listen, Ganja, the same country, the same place that package came from, just duly noted, Shanghai, and all the other ones. Do y'all see where I'm saying? And I actually circled it right there so you guys can take a look. So what we find is that Brittany had a package delivered to her home, which I believe truly that it actually made it there. And the whole text messages was just to distract it, I'm gonna get to that. But this package that she had, they have an actual radio pharmaceutical lab in this same country. So we went further. Was Brittany administering young Malia radio pharmaceutical drugs? And the reason why I asked this question, or had she, or was she looking to do that? And the reason why I asked this question is because the package was in Malia's name and not her name. Correct? Well, I'm not gonna say the package is in her name, but she, in the text messages, she asked about Malia's package, correct? And not say, did my package arrive? Correct? So if this is what you was ordering from China, this radio pharmaceutical drugs, then my next question is, Father, hello, was she administering this stuff or plan to administer this stuff to her child? Let's go. So we're gonna look into some of Brittany posts about Malia, and I hate that these are the only ones I have with all these watermarks on it. And I'm just gonna say, y'all, please stop watermarking stuff that don't belong. Like, this is just ridiculous. I'm sorry, this is besides the point, but it's really not, because I can't really do a presentation and Google some stuff and put a presentation together without your watermarks on it. And how are you watermarking somebody's status? A watermark is supposed to be for your business, for something you created, your creation. How are you How are you watermarking somebody's post, Facebook post? You didn't create the post. That's not you. It makes no sense to me. So I'm glad you got the little clout and the little 5 seconds of fame or whatever it was you was looking for by watermarking this post. But anyway, y'all need to quit with that. Like the whole world wouldn't get it or see it eventually. I mean, like, come on. Something is terribly wrong with my daughter. 3 weeks she got a stomach virus. I don't know how, and we take it from her words because no one in the house was sick. Okay, so Malia had a virus. Nobody in the house was sick. She don't know how the baby got a virus. It didn't progress like a normal illness would. She literally went from 0 to 1,000 in one. Don't know what that say because of the watermark. And extremely exhausted, lethargic, and out of mind. I guess to say lethargic and out of mind, disoriented. Lost tons of weight the same day. Muscle spasms. Her hip had, I think it say slipped. 2 weeks later, she was doing great until last week. She was eating at the table and she accidentally hit her head on the edge of the table and put a hole in her forehead. Wow. I mean, and then we had discussed that before, y'all. Like, how do a baby, and y'all got to think about it, okay? Y'all, if y'all ever had small kids, you have small kids, if you ever had a 4-year-old, how often or how seriously they're just sitting there eating food at the table. Okay, a 4-year-old who is not mentally was not mentally had mental challenge because I asked her family member that and she said no, Malia was not born with mental health issues. So just sitting there at the table eating and block fall and fall so hard to where she had put a hole in her head. I said when I first heard it, like somebody gave her something. Somebody had to give her something to where she actually fell that hard. And this was just my theory. You know, there's something because I couldn't see it. Even the hospital felt like that was too far fetched because they went on record saying that they don't believe that that's how that baby got that injury to her head. Okay, so not saying that something didn't happen to her because obviously it did. But what we missing is, was this baby drugged? Was she disoriented? What was going on with her for her to actually hit her? Or did the mom just bam hit her in the head and put a hole in it? I mean, come on, y'all. All right, so here go another post. I just got the worst effing news. Malia is bleeding out of her brain. I'm so effing speechless. Keep my baby in y'all prayers, please. Did she have a seizure? I had, from my understanding, she didn't have any signs of epilepsy, no seizures or anything. But don't quote me on it. And I think the doctors even would have made a note of that, like CPS. Everybody would have made a note if it was related to epilepsy or seizure. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't make a note of it. It wasn't in the report. So no. All right, and we got some news reports, hospital visits. So, because basically, I want us to kind of get all the signs and symptoms and everything that Malia was facing, so we can see what was, or try to at least see what was going on in that house. Okay. So right here, what I want y'all to really pay attention to is just the highlighted part that Malia was taken to the emergency room, um, because she had small amounts of blood. She was vomiting small amounts of blood. I hate I can't blow this screen up. Oh, I hate I can't blow it up. Okay, and the other one says she was extremely lethargic. Okay, and so I had to put this one in here because there's been talk about whether or not Malia was supposed to wear her helmet. Well, according to news report, according to the interview that was taking place, the doctor actually ordered her to wear her helmet for 12 to 24 months. Okay, which means at the time of Malia fall, she should have been wearing a helmet. Don't sue me. You know what I'm saying? I saw the text messages from Brittany. I'm just quoting what's inside the reports. Okay, the baby was supposed to be wearing a helmet. We're gonna get down to business. Trust me, y'all. We have to go over this stuff though. Radio pharmaceutical drug and side effects. Okay, so what I did, you guys, I looked up those radio pharmaceutical drugs that we found in that country, Guyana. Okay, the same ones that we found that she could have possibly ordered from China. I looked those drugs up and I looked up the side effects of those drugs. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the side effects, and I actually outlined the same side effects that Brittany said out her own mouth, and including the news report that Malia was having. Okay, so from the first drug that we was looking at, the TC99M that they create over there in Guyana, China. Okay, the radio pharmaceutical drug is called, let's say TC9999 milligrams. Okay, let's call it that. All right, so the side effects of that drug is many. It's many. Okay, but I outlined a few of them that Brittany was mentioning in comparison to what Brittany was mentioning. Confusion, dizziness, and I circled this one right here because I want you guys to pay attention to this one right here. Dizziness, faintness, or lightheadedness when getting up suddenly from a lying or sitting position. So the side effects from this drug could be a child just sitting at the table eating, get up and get ready to walk away from the table and just fall. Okay, dizziness, faintness, lightheadedness when getting up suddenly from a lying or sitting position. Okay, we also have fainting, slow, irregular heartbeats, which we wouldn't know, but I'm gonna outline fever, lightheadedness, sweating. Did I like? Did she say anything about sweating? I don't know. Unconsciousness. I don't think I had did that one. Yeah, maybe I meant to highlight the unconsciousness. Unusual tiredness or weaknesses. Okay, vomiting. These are the same side effects, you guys, that she was mentioning. So I'm just pointing this out. All right. So we also have the other drug that was mentioned. That was. I hope you guys follow me. If y'all not, because it's really hard for me to explain this whole presentation. Like I said, it's difficult. It's really difficult. Even the words on here is difficult. This modern day type of drugs and stuff. This was all my first time being exposed to everything, but I really believe the Holy Spirit was really shining light on this stuff for a purpose. So if y'all could bear with me, help me out. Y'all even want to correct me on the spell it, the pronunciation, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But please understand, it's my first time really diving into any of this stuff right here. Okay. So if y'all don't understand, that's cool. Just let me know. All right, so I looked up the other drug that's produced over there in Guyana, China, at the radio pharmaceutical lab. All right, and it was called, let's say F18. All right, so F18 doesn't have many side effects. It just has side effects to the area that's being injected into. Okay, so let's just say if she was injecting it into her skull, because remember, this medication is used for matter of fact, I'll get to that later. All right, so it will produce rash, itching, things like that, which if she was injecting it into her skull, you wouldn't be able to see a rash or anything like that inside her hair. You get what I'm saying? But another side effect could be bleeding, which I highlighted because she spoke about bleeding, and we noticed it was a lot of blood drippings, a lot of blood smears around the house. Now, do we know that the blood around that they actually saw in the house came from April the 30th? We really don't, y'all, especially when the fact Malia was always hurting herself, or they was always hurting her, abusing her. So y'all, when there was a lot of blood spilled in that house, do you guys get what I'm saying? So I just highlighted the fact that a side effect from this drug is also bleeding. Maybe bleeding out the nose, bleeding out the mouth. I don't know, just bleeding. Okay, bleeding, blistering up, or it could just be the affected area as well. All right, so I just wanted to point that out. All right, so epilepsy, memory loss of brain surgery. So I was asking a sister of mine about brain surgery. After having brain surgery, do a child have epilepsy or things like that? So it was a good thing that she, brought it up, because um, she was brought into the hospital again after that episode. You see what I'm saying? But again, there was no reports or no statements of the fact that she had epilepsy. So oh, I don't want to jump ahead of myself, okay? But just keep in mind that this drug right here, okay, this drug right here is given to control epilepsy. It's also given to control epilepsy. Okay, and that's what they studying for these drugs to control um cancer, different illnesses and diseases like that. So just keep that in mind. So we don't know really if Malia was going to grow up to have memory loss after her brain surgery or epilepsy or anything like that, or if she actually had it, in the point of her demise. But I'm just pointing out the fact that after brain surgery, a lot of times that does, let's say 30% to 50% of the time, the patients experience these things. So, or a verbal memory loss, So maybe Brittany might have knew these things, and she was actually treating Malia because she was a student. And I didn't want to just jump to but I really think that she was treating her, and she was her guinea pig, and she was treating her with these medications. Okay, I don't know if she thought she was gonna fix her. I haven't really, you know what I'm saying, but I definitely think that she was. It's a possibility she could have been treating this girl with this stuff. Okay, so I said the text messages about the package not arriving was I meant to say a deflection. All right, I believe that they arrived. I believe that she got the package, and I actually believe that's what she was ordering. I'm gonna read and see what y'all saying in the chat room. Okay, so remember, y'all, this is a modern day thing. This is what she's studying. Okay, she's studying to be a neuro medicine technologist. Okay, this is what she's studying. And if you look this stuff up and you follow the trail, you understand that this is and see the big pharmacy in China, they distribute that stuff to anybody that order it. You see what I'm saying? She just ordered that stuff from China and get it with no problem, no questions asked. But because of what she planned on doing with it, and which I'm trying to get to, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to everything, but what she planned on doing with the actual medication on April the 30th, this is the reason why she had to have those text messages. Like, did it come? Oh, they sent it to somebody else's house. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Because I believe that that medication is what they gave her, and I'm on that day. I'm just gonna say that so I can keep it there and keep it pushing. Okay. All right, so BB's introduction into the world of into the occult world and to the cult members. That's what I believe that this whole interview was on Fox 26. I don't care. You can argue me up and down. I'm still gonna say the same thing, and especially the way I'm about to break it down to y'all now. This whole thing was just the introduction into the occult world. It's basically her way of accepting the agenda of accepting her place, her position, and what it is she's supposed to do, and her introducing herself to her cult members. Y'all have to understand they communicate with each other. And most of the way they communicate with each other is hidden in plain sight to those who don't believe, those who can't see, or those who just don't know and refuse to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay. This is another reason why I feel like it because in the 2015 Fox 26 interview, Bowen shows her pledge to the occult and agenda. BB is dressed in Illuminati purple color. Now I looked at that. That's purple. It's not blue. Okay, her earrings was even purple to match it to let you guys know she's wearing purple. The boy is dressed in red and black, and there's no Malia, and there's also no Craig. And think about it. During this time, BB was with Craig. Okay, Malia was a small baby, and BB was in a relationship with Craig. So, in other words, what I see when I look just at this screenshot or think about this video is a pledge being made, a child being sacrificed because of the colors red and black, and you see the child, the red and black is on the child. The pledge is the purple that's on her. A missing girl because we don't see Malia at all in the video. It's not just by chance. Remember, I told y'all they do everything strategically and they on point. Okay, It's the missing girl in the video and the absent father. Hello. Let's get it, father. This whole video, running back for the ones in the back. This whole video was about the pledge that BB made. Child sacrifice. A child is going to be sacrificed. A missing girl. These are codes that I'm getting. Y'all might not see it, but you gotta I don't know, you gotta tune in, you gotta catch it. Okay, a missing girl and an absent father. Thank you, Lord. And that's exactly what you saw take place. Okay, you saw a child was sacrificed, you saw she went missing, and you saw Craig Hill vanished out of the spotlight, didn't want to talk. I'm grieving, leave me alone. Right? Let's keep it pushing. Yeah, they playing well ahead. I'm trying to get people to understand that too. I'm trying to get people to understand that they playing this stuff out well ahead, y'all. That's why y'all see some of the photos that y'all see. That's why y'all see the things that y'all see, and all the numbers is set in place perfectly because they playing this stuff out ahead of time. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all who I think, who I believe, and I'm gonna show y'all why because I got receipts with it. Introduce Brittany into this occult world, or she was already dark because remember, you guys, she is a voodoo priestess. So she's a witch, like a excuse me, Lord, I'm sorry. She's a voodoo priestess. She plays with shamanism or practice shamanism. So because of that, you already had a dark person. But now I'm gonna show y'all how she collaborated with Craig, and they just see what I'm saying because she was only one half of it, one piece of the dark puzzle. Okay, so the shirt. I had to bring out the shirt, you guys, because if y'all can remember, I also looked at when we was looking at Kanika's case. I pointed out to y'all Teresa Martin's shirt. I always pay attention to the shirt because, like I told you guys, this is their introduction into the world, and they shirt it speaks volumes. It says something. Okay, you're not gonna go on TV and plead for your daughter's life, plead for help, plead for, and you have on something that say, "I'm short but fun." You get what I'm saying? That was Kanika Martin's mom's shirt. I'm short but fun. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So when I pointed out the shirt thing, some people were thinking I was being funny, but I wasn't. I wasn't. Because I'm not gonna have time to first of all do my makeup, and second of all, I'm sure not gonna look like I'm not being funny. I'm not being sarcastic, but I will be conscious of the message that I'm giving off on TV, on television. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So I definitely wouldn't put on a shirt that say I'm short but fun or something like that. So I paid attention also to Brittany's shirt. Hers say, "My spirit is animal, but it's the monkey. So my spirit is the monkey animal." That's what her shirt says. Okay, like I said, you guys, this is their introduction to the world. They pleading to the world for help. You don't wear a shirt that say my spirit is, and I'm not gonna say you don't do this, but what message are you giving out? So of course I looked up the monkey spirit because I just wanted to look this stuff up and just to find out what message was she giving out. And it's a lot that I actually learned, but I only pasted just a piece of it. Okay, because I didn't want to actually bring that type of thing into this prep. You see what I'm saying? So I said I'll just get him a piece of it, but just to let y'all know, if y'all actually looked it up, y'all know I'm telling the truth. What I read on it actually goes deeper than this right here. It actually talk about how the monkey swings from position to position or a person or whatever, but they strategic with how they move, and even if they have to wait and pretend to be happy, they will do that so they move can be perfect. They do you I don't know if y'all catching it. So a female monkey, for instance. Now y'all use your own mind. Don't want to be with a dude. Don't want a dude. Don't like this dude. Can't stand this dude. Instead of her just leaving him, this female monkey, she will sit around and play happy and smile while she plotting her move out and making her next move her best move. If y'all don't believe me, research the monkey. Now I hope I just dropped some juice for that right there. So yes, I do believe that Brittany did not want Darion no more. That's why it was so easy for her to kind of make him the pie. And she made her next move her best move. Is anybody hearing me out there? Straight up on the monkey if you want to. But like I said, I just brought a little piece right here. When the monkey swings as your spirit animal, let time to let laughter back into your soul. So I kind of thought this was ironic because um it's about laughter, bringing laughter back into your soul, which reminded me of that Teresa Martin t-shirt. I'm not short but fun. Y'all just lost y'all baby. Both t-shirts is talking about laughter and fun. The code for this whole shirt that because you have to go deeper to get what I just got out of it. But the whole point of this shirt right here, the my spirit is animal, is to let the world know that I will bounce back from laughter in due time. I will let laughter into my soul because I'm the person, I'm the life of the party. I'm fun. Not short, but fun. Is anybody with me out there? So I'm trying to figure out, is this code for higher ups? We got this. We ain't bothered. I'm trying to figure out, is this higher ups? We actually we having fun? Yeah, it was fun. Whew. RC and I symbolism obituary done by Craig Davis. Okay, so we're gonna get off into Craig Davis. When the information was first brought to me that Craig Davis was the one that was responsible for creating the obituary, I was like, whoo, I was blown back. I was blown back because at first I didn't have this revelation that I have right now as to what's really going on. You see what I'm saying? So at this point, I was blown back. Like he did what? He's responsible for creating the obituary. I had put this all on Brittany. But for some of you guys that don't know, it was the Craig Davis and the Davis family. So we're gonna have to take a look at them. We're gonna have to take a look at them. Y'all ready? We're gonna take a look at them. And my girl Debbie helped me out, and we about to get to looking at them. Shout out to you, Debbie. Okay, so you guys remember in my last live, I actually showed y'all Malia's, but I compared it to the Beyonce Monarch butterfly that was covered over her eye. I actually found a drawing, found a picture. It's called the Eye Providence Masonic. It's Masonic as well as the Illuminati symbol. Don't sometimes y'all can't separate the two, okay? Just like you can't separate a gang from Mason when it comes to hand gestures and symbolism. You can't separate gangs from Illuminati because they both do the hand over the mouth. You see what I'm saying? Certain symbolism, you just can't, they all do it. It's pledges to Satan, so they all do it. All right, but it's called the Eye Providence Masonic symbol, RCNI. Okay, and so they had the flower right here, and if you look at Malia, she got the flower, and kind of in the middle of the flower, it gives you a little triangle, and then her eye right there. Okay, so this was perfectly done, and time to look at Craig Davis and the Davis family, because this didn't sit right with me when I first saw it. It didn't sit. Matter of fact, drop me a one of when y'all first saw this, it didn't sit right with you. Drop me a two if y'all had to actually talk to somebody or watch my video or something for you to actually say, oh my God, yeah, that ain't right. Or drop me a three if you still feel like, look, you tripping. Ain't no wrong with that girl obituary. I want to know who out there felt like I felt because soon as I seen it, asked Tanya, I think it was Tanya that showed it to me. I didn't open the, I didn't go to the link. I didn't look at nothing else but the outside, and I said, Tanya, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Oh yeah, the family getting paid big time. We about to get to it. Oh no, no way in the world am I making Darion out to be innocent in this because he was a participant. If you go back to my slide, I put participant. I just haven't got to his slide yet where I broke him down. I haven't even got to Craig yet. He is definitely a participant, but he ended up being a pawn. Please, y'all, let me show y'all Jesus. Please, he was definitely a participant, but he was the weakest link because that wasn't his daughter. He would have had to get paid through mama or through Craig. That wasn't his daughter. So let me. He was definitely a participant, but he became the pawn. And I'm gonna show y'all. If y'all pay attention, I'm gonna show y'all. And I guarantee y'all gonna walk away from this live and be like, everything makes sense. Period. It all makes sense. Period. Unless you just want to be stubborn and don't believe it. I don't know. Then at that point, pray for confirmation. Don't take my word for it. Somebody come behind me and water the seed. I truly believe that. All right. So let's talk about Craig Davis and the Davis family. All right. Now, this status over here to the right, okay, is a status by a guy that we're gonna take a look into. He's the first cousin of Craig. But in all the statuses, I made sure to edit his name out, to crop his name out, because I did not want y'all to leave off of this live and go searching that man page, harassing that man page, or even telling that man I got a video on him. Okay? So his, because I do, and my disclaimer is up. All this stuff is freedom of speech, freedom of information, and all the other stuff. I do have his face on here. I do have some pictures on here. But however, I did make sure to crop his name out. I just didn't want his, and I don't want to give his name no type of attention over here. But he is the cousin, okay, of Craig Davis. So we're gonna take a look at him as well. So I want you guys to kind of, we're gonna look at this Davis side of the family who actually created this Illuminati type of covering obituary and felt like it was okay. All right, I can't even blow his tattoo up, so I ain't even gonna talk about the little demon on his arm. All right. So this right here is the guy that I was just explaining to you guys. That was brought to me by one of my subs, my sub Debbie. She brought to me a photo and put me up on game about some family members. This is the first cousin of Craig Davis. We seen this very disturbing photo when we first looked at it. And I want you guys to understand the Davis family is a family of Masons and Eastern Stars. And I mean they Masons and Eastern Stars, excuse me, deep. And not only Masons and Eastern Stars deep, they got, it's a lot of groups, a lot, and they gang deep. And I don't want, no, I don't want to say gang. How can I say it, Lord? Help me. They are affiliated. They are associated with a lot of different groups in Houston. Thank you, Lord. Okay. This family is a family of Masons and Eastern Stars, and they also are affiliated with a lot of different known organizations in Houston. So when your girl said she wanted to back away and say, I'm not even about to touch this with a 10-foot pole, that's what I was about to do. But for the sake of Malia, and because the Lord called me, and I shall fear no man but God, and no evil, for thou art with me, I decided to go ahead and just do this live. But just still at the same time, kind of be careful as to what I say. Y'all, some of y'all just go out and do your own research. All right. But anyway, Craig Davis has an interesting cousin who guy we shall remain nameless, is not only a Mason, but he's a master Mason. All right. He has several public safety positions in the city of Houston as well, you guys. Not only is he a master Mason, he holds a lot of titles in Houston. Hear me out, y'all. All right. And Jesus, I put this guy as a demon, wolf in sheep clothing. Picture says 1,000 words. Okay. So this photo right here that we looking at, I want you guys to pay attention to of him. I want you guys to please pay attention to. In the back seat, you see a poster in which Debbie actually explained it so great. Thank you, God, for Debbie. You see a poster board, a framed poster board with a unicorn and Malia's name on it. Okay. And as Debbie put it, Malia was the poster child for this movement. I hope y'all picked it up. All right. If you look at his hat, it says Malia Movement. For those that's been following me since the Kanika case, drop me a one of y'all seen this whole it's not a such and such, it's a movement. Drop me a one of y'all seen the movement before and y'all ain't new to the movement. Drop me a one if y'all not new to the movement. Was J4K not a movement? Was it not a movement? Was the Purple Angels, J4K, not a movement? Who who seen this before? So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, look at my chat room. Look at my chat room. Justice for Kanika, J4K was not just the J4K, it was a movement that children of Freemasons that actually put it out there before that it was the movement that started this movement. It was drop purple, purple this, purple that, purple everywhere, dripping purple. The sky gonna turn purple. We're gonna change the city purple. It's a movement. Jesus. He's showing us this all over again. And Malia was the poster child for the movement. Drop me a one if y'all follow me. Which just the fishing rod, I done pulled you in even more, Craig. I done pulled you in even more. I done pulled you in even more. The picture says 1,000 words. I done pulled this family in even more. You see how I'm saying? See how God works? See how that fishing rod go? You throw it out there, you come back with a guppy, throw it out there again, just will it on in. Just will it on in. I done wheeled you on in, bruh. You and your family. I done wheeled y'all on in, bruh. Malia, because the Holy Spirit ain't gonna lie. He ain't no theorist. He ain't a man which he should lie. He ain't no theorist. This was somebody else's work that was brought to me while I was working on X, Y, and Z. Do y'all feel me? Debbie, if you in the chat room, start running. This was something that you brought to me. You said, oh my God, Malika, you was right 5 videos ago. I'm gone. She left the group. I don't even want to do it no more. Dropped the mic and she walked away. The Holy Spirit ain't a man which he should lack. He ain't no theorist. That's why my sister got the same revelation that was led to the same information as me. Whoever can't take me, I don't care. Be gone. I'm on one. He's a master mason. Okay? He's a master mason. These photos, everything I'm putting up is from his page. You guys should already know what's it called? The compass and something. I forgot. Y'all know the signs. Come on now. He's a master mason. Young at that. Young at that. Which makes me ask myself, which makes me wonder, Craig, was you trying to be a master mason in 2015 when you and Brittany agreed to sacrifice your daughter? Is it because of this cousin right here or your family strong Masonic ties that you decided that you wanted that life, or was you already living that life and you wanted to rank up and become a master mason? Because this dude right here, if you pay attention, got some bodies, some sacrifices under his belt. So I'm pretty sure if Brittany Jesus, let me just talk to y'all. I'm pretty sure Brittany was going through some money issues in 2015, Christmas coming. We can't barely back toys for our kids. She mad. She going off on him. They going through something. She trying all type of witchcraft, voodoo, everything, saying money be coming. It ain't came yet. Craig said, let me holler at my cousin. Some things got to change. We ain't about to be broke no more. Craig holler at his cousin. His cousin say, bro, I can help you get in these high power positions. Because look, I'm law enforcement. Pay attention to the screen while you're listening. I'm law enforcement. I'm an EMT. I'm a community leader, an activist. I can put you in position, bro. But you gotta be a Mason. Or was he already a Mason because his family is highly tied to Masons, and he knew in order for him to rank up and actually get some money would sacrifice his daughter. And he made that deal in 2015. Period. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Same dude. Okay. He is Houston's. He is law enforcement, EMT, activist. So you got family that's pushing bread. You got family that got money. You got family that got a name. You got family that got connections all throughout Houston. Trust me, I did my homework. Ain't no way you and your woman over there broke around Christmas time need donations. Y'all understand that was a step, that was a whole plan, plot, and everything, y'all. Please believe that. Please go back to a few slides to understand what that whole interview was about. That was the introduction. That yeah, we gonna do this. We gonna take on this agenda. And I'm gonna tell y'all why, but y'all have to wait to the end. Okay, he was advertising Malia. He been advertising Malia. Okay, because I believe that, he knew about the whole agenda. He knew about everything. He either put Craig up on it or him and Craig discussed it, whatever the case may be. He know about it. I didn't, y'all, man, y'all think I'm lying. His mama died September the 11th. Please listen to me. His mama died September the 11th. I mean, come on. Any days your mom can die. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? You pay attention to Pete. He know what it takes to get to them positions. Jesus. He know what it takes to get those positions. Because and I don't care what nobody say, you can't have them type of prominent positions if you ain't sold out. Period. You can go ahead and try to get in them positions and watch you be the eyeball in your field. Ain't nobody messing with you. They don't trust you. You have to sell out or you would never get that promotion. Dear, go ahead and try it if you don't believe me. And I don't wish that on nobody, but I just really want everybody to wake up and understand and see what's really going on. That's the reason why I put myself out here for this, y'all, for the information, y'all, because I know the Father wants y'all to have it. I could just communicate with the Lord and I walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? But I know He wants the world to know. She was a poster child for them. He posted a picture of what looks like an obituary on May 13th when she was still missing. How many of y'all look at this picture over here to the right? Doesn't it look like an obituary? Is it just me? I would actually rather seen this obituary right here than the one-eye obituary. Because Maleah was a sacrifice and it was finished, it was complete. That's why the one eye was over her. I would have rather had saw this with the heart. How many of y'all would have rather saw this with the heart? I'm about to walk away. I don't even see nobody running. This right here is just too much. He was already posting what looked like an obituary May 13th before she was even discovered. Look like one to me too, Tanya. It do. Yes, Mimi, don't it? Blue ribbon. Blue ribbon. Not pink, blue. Pay attention and peep. Because I ain't even about to say what I think about him. He probably nothing. I ain't gonna say. Blue ribbon. Let's keep it going. The Davis family pleads for donations. They plead for donations. They plead for donations. They plead for donations. This dude right here, who I was just showing y'all, the Freemason. He's a Freemason, police, EMS, activist, and everything. He pushes the donations. Okay, he got it all up on his page. Family and friends, no, he's talking to the world. Actually, he talked to the world. Hold on. The family of Maleah Davis has numerous emails, text messages, all of this stuff from the supporting community. He's talking to y'all, asking, can we help? We are overwhelmed with the outpouring of love. You are a cousin. You are the cousin to the Father. Hello. You are a cousin to the Father. The aunties, uncles ain't taking care of this. What you? Anyway, We know we so overwhelmed with the outpouring of the love and stuff. We sincerely grateful. We appreciate it. However, if y'all want to donate, here go the link right here. Here go. Call me personally. I'll come pick it up. Hello? Here goes some more. Can I get some family? I ain't gonna speak their names. Can I get some donations? Attention, attention, attention. Can I get some donations? Look at the bottom. Attention, attention, attention. Donations, donations, donations. Please contact me directly. Donations, donations, donations. I don't want nobody to say that I'm being petty or I'm being insensitive or any of that stuff, because if it wasn't what it is, I would be the first to be like, here, you can take my lash. You see what I'm saying? But it's always, man, the rabbit hole go too deep for you to what, you see what I'm saying? Let me get out my feelings and keep it moving. All right, more Masonic and Eastern Stars relatives. Okay, I don't really like showing pictures and everything like that, so I'm gonna keep it moving. But the girl posted, yeah, I meant to get that too, Debbie. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. The girl cousin posted on May 14th, R.I.P. Malia. They was posting it as if they had already knew that she had passed away. You know what I'm saying? And I meant to get that, Debbie. I forgot all about that because I got so much stuff out of here to put together. But yeah, they were speaking as if they already knew the game plan, and they were saying they good bad. Okay. So more Masonic and Eastern Star relatives of Malia's uncles. So when I tell y'all it run heavy through the family, it run heavy through the family. Uh-oh. All right, so let's go to some Craig Davis statements, y'all. We looking at Craig Davis right now. We gonna look at everybody who I just named as participants of the game. Okay, from the queen, the king. We look at the king now. Okay, I believe the queen is Brittany. The king is Craig, but he playing his part. All right. Bishop is QX, and the pawn was DV. All right, but let's look at some statements. Anyway, so according to Houston news station, Craig Davis testified at a child protective service hearing Wednesday, saying he and his sister arrived at the home shared by Malia, her mother, and her mother's former fiance, Darion, on the evening of May 3rd. Now we got to find out. We got to dig into Craig Davis, and let's talk. Davis said when he arrived at the home and asked to see Malia, Vince would not allow him or her sister, not even his sister, to enter into the house, and claimed the little girl had the flu. The girl had the flu. Okay. So he wouldn't allow Craig or his sister to just go look at her. Jesus. The baby been sick, was just hospitalized. There is abuse, neglect, stuff from CPS lingering over them, and they come and we can't even look at her. I'll wait. We can't even look at her. Okay, can I go give her a kiss? She got the flu. She's sick. Can my sister give her a kiss? No. Why not? Let me tell you why. After Vince said the girl was sick, Davis then asked if him and his sister can just go see her while she's sleeping in the room. Guess what Vince replied, y'all? He would not allow them to go in and see. This is what he said, y'all. I don't want you to get sick also, bro. I don't want you to get sick also. It's right here. I didn't make that up. I don't want you to get sick also. For those that was like, oh, it was gonna be some altercation, it was gonna be this and that. Well, it actually quote that Vince just came back and said, bro, I don't want you to get sick also. And Craig Davis and his sister thought that was a good enough reason to turn around and walk away. You right. We grown women and men, but we don't want to get sick with the flu either. You right. So we not even gonna go pop in on her while her mom is out of town. Gonna be out of town for a few days. while we already here, while she already sick. And to some people, people just want to make up excuses, excuses, excuses. It wouldn't have been no excuse because that man is the biological father. It wouldn't have been no excuse. I'm not trying to take her with me, bro. I'm just trying to see her. I'm just trying to let my sister see her. We can't go see her, bro. I can't see my daughter. Malia, come outside. Malia, where you at? Baby, it's daddy. Come outside. Bro, can I see her, bro? Can my sister just go in there and see her? Straight up? Oh, okay. Straight up? All right. I would have went home and did a well child check. Because it got to be a reason why me or my sister can't go in there and just give her a kiss on the freaking forehead. We don't care nothing about no flu. Especially grown people catching the flu from a baby. We ain't worried about that. Okay, if I can't go see her, it's time for us to call and do a well child check. I need to get up in there something. Because I'm a grown man, you ain't gonna tell me no. Let's keep it real over here. I ain't with that crazy stuff because I'm like, where they do that at? Where a grown man let another grown man tell him he can't see his child. And she's sick. And he didn't say anything about altercation, confrontation, none of that stuff. He said, bro, I don't want you to get sick either. And he obliged. And y'all believe this. Where they do that at? While the other kids had a flu, nobody had a flu, just her. I mean, but you know, even if she a child and she only wants with the flu in the house, if something wrong, if me or my sister just can't peek in on her and give her a kiss and say, baby, feel better, y'all ain't with me. Let's move on to the next slide. More statements from Craig. Okay, later in the CPS hearing, Craig Davis told Bowens, asked him to take Malia. Now listen to Craig. Listen to Craig. Later in the CPS hearing, Davis asked Bowens, hold on, Davis said, I'm sorry, y'all, Bowens asked him to take Malia to the doctor on April 29th because something was wrong. Before Davis could take Malia in for an exam, Bowens called him back and say, no, Vince to take her. Why do it seem to me as if Craig is trying to put everything off on Vince as if he her daddy? Jesus. I gotta be too real for y'all. Y'all ain't nobody seeing that. Drop me ain't nobody seeing that. Why he putting everything off on Vince like he her daddy? Every time he was interviewed. Yeah, that was the time when they asked me to take her, but she called me back and said Vince got it. And I said, okay, bro. He literally was giving away his parental rights. No wonder if he was punked at the door, I'll see why. Dude, you've been letting me do everything for. I just can't understand why he didn't say, you know what, nah, I'll take her. That's her stepdaddy. Because that one thing for sure, real fathers, don't y'all get jealous, a little jealous, real fathers. If the woman always trying to push your child up on the stepfather like that's her daddy, ain't it a little part of you that might get jealous like, no, that's my daughter. I got her. I mean, a real father. And I'm not, I'm just generally speaking. Okay, Malia's 1-year-old brother was ordered to stay with the paternal grandmother, while Malia's older brother 5 was placed in custody with his paternal aunt. Okay, and let me see this through a little bit. Malia and her brothers were previously removed from Vincent Boys. Let me just speed this up a little bit. Another thing that made me look at the Davidson family and especially Craig. When those kids was taken from the home, why did they have to live with Darion Vince's family and not Craig Davis' family? Now I understand they couldn't stay with Craig. They also wasn't supposed to be around Vince because the incident that happened while him and Brittany was at her mama house, true enough, but while they were there. So if Vince's family can take Malia on, why couldn't Craig Davis' family take Malia on? And every so often he sneak and see his kids or give a word out to his kid or whatever the case may be. Why couldn't that side of the family? Mm. I be having a lot of questions, but they be logical. Okay, Malia. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to get into that. We already know what that was. Craig, is Craig Davis a concerned father? Or is he an abuser? Because the photos and everything he put out, and I'm asking this question, and I'm not expecting us to have nobody in the chat room had an answer. Anybody had an answer. I'm just putting this out there because a lot of people are confused with Craig. A lot of people get confused. It's information out there that he was an abuser, whatever the case may be. I don't have any of that. I'm not looking at any of that or judging him based off of that. What I'm looking at is a copy of a statement that came from the report, the CPS report. Okay, court document said, I can't blow it up. I can't blow this up right here. Court document said, quote unquote, Craig Davis has engaged in a history or pattern of child abuse and neglect. So for those that say the system failed our kids and why did they let Malia? Because they knew the plan, y'all. They knew that baby was about to be sacrificed. Okay, they gave it in order for the plan to work. She had to go back home to her parents. She had to go back home to her. She had to go back home to the abusers. And y'all have to keep in mind too, when you talk about murder by numbers, this is the murder by numbers ritual, the 7-11. Stay tuned, and I'm gonna show y'all. I already showed y'all before, but I'm gonna keep showing y'all. I'm gonna keep showing y'all so y'all get, and I hope to God it ends here. But if it don't, I'm gonna keep showing y'all so y'all get it. Whenever you do murder by numbers, your heart has to be hardened. In 2015, when him and Brittany had agreed to this sacrifice, Maleah Davis was what, 1 year old? Okay, so at that point, they had to have a hard heart. They could not take and love their baby like they wanted to. I'm talking to y'all maybe from a spiritual aspect, but y'all don't understand what I'm saying. When you commit a murder by number, a ritual sacrifice, you cannot have no love, baby, in your heart for your mother, for your brother, and your child. So you keep that wall build up, and you keep that tension, or you keep that abuse going, in which in Malia's case, I believe was a form of monarch abuse. Monarch, what is it called? Y'all help me out. Monarch mind control abuse. And I believe that because I believe that she was given drugs as well as being abused. Okay, so these things have to happen. See, when y'all think about parenting, y'all think about nurturing your child and loving your child and being a protector of your child. But when you're thinking about getting money, and if you never loved your child, never wanted a little girl in the first place, and can't think about this because this is something the Holy Spirit brought me. I need y'all to have confirmation because I ain't read this nowhere. I believe Craig Davis hates the day he even had a baby by Brittany. Now, hopefully, when he hit his lab, he gonna say, "Dang, how she know that this girl's something?" Yeah, I'm something. I believe Craig Davis hated the day he even had a baby by Brittany, a children by Brittany. Let me put up children by Brittany. Okay, and not only that, this is gonna level him up. This is gonna level their family up, level them up. But Brittany on her end, and I understand, like I said, because I'm a mother, and I I couldn't even fathom accepting money, men, or anything over my children. But you have to understand, we also not dealing with a normal human being. We dealing with somebody who practiced tapping into the demonic realm, the spirit realm. Somebody who practiced voodoo, in which I believe that she was doing the same thing to DV with the voodoo that her mom was probably doing to her husband. That's why I said earlier the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Because if you look at that mug shot, he was in a daze. He was in a trance. He went to sleep real quick. When the church got to praying, that's when he woke up. Okay, because he went to sleep. And I mean with his eyes wide open, that mug shot, he was in a sinking falling place. If anybody with me, please let me know. He was in a sinking place, y'all, because she practiced this stuff. Now, I'm not trying to make this man seem innocent. I'm just trying to tell a fact. It's what was presented to me. It's a fact that it was presented to me. It's a fact that I'm about to present it to you. Believe it or not. You know, what was it? Brenda met her husband after 2 weeks and he married her. He died shortly after and she got everything. You don't think these women know what they doing, know how to hypnotize and all that and put these men in a trance? That's why it's probably easy for them to fall victim to being a scapegoat and to even agreeing with everything. And not and being with a woman who probably didn't love him, but he couldn't walk away. His father told y'all that. His father told her his whole family was trying to get Dariana away from Brittany, but he would not leave her. And the father said he would not leave her because he didn't want her alone. Listen, they was talking to, they telling y'all stuff. He didn't want to leave the kids alone with the woman. Well, how you don't want to leave your children alone with their mother? Because she evil, y'all. Darion know his baby mama was evil. And he probably also couldn't leave her because she was putting voodoo on him. Most of the time he was in a fucking place. When I used to look at the pictures, I used to think he was just high all the time. Now I'm starting to think he was in a trance half the time. Especially knowing that she like voodoo and shamanism. I'm like, oh, she messing with demon spirits, calling them into her house. Come on, y'all. So you have both sides of the Malia family that's dark. And they have sold out to money for rank to maybe get out of a bad situation. Because here it is, Brittany is a thinker. You saw it on her IG, but she's a thinker. You know, she want to live this lifestyle. She want to, you see what I'm saying? But they probably was struggling. He wants to. He's seen his whole family, his cousins getting money, working in different, running the whole city in these different positions. I mean, I'm just saying, putting my own spin on it. But I'm just saying, I wasn't born yesterday, and I ain't wake up yesterday either. Did Craig Davis actually stop by to say his final goodbye to Malia? And this is just something, like I said, this could be a reason. This is just something that I wonder. Like if Craig Davis went by the house at 6:40, and I put it out there because, yeah, like I said, it could be a reach, but I just wondered, did he stop by to say his final goodbye to Malia? Because I do know that this thing was in the making. This thing was in the making since 2015. And Brittany was with him during that time. Y'all, don't be fooled. He was just an absent file. He just disappeared like he disappeared during this case. Same thing. So if he stopped by the house, I wanted to stop by the house say his final goodbye. If that's what it was. Now I'm not saying her body actually physically being in there and all that stuff. I don't know, but I'm just saying. And I say it could be very well possible, especially considering these mystifying statements that was made by Craig in his lab saying, I ain't out here looking for her because I already know what happened to her. Now I was gonna play. I thought it was a status that he wrote. He actually did a live where somebody asked him why he wasn't out there looking for his daughter. And he said, I'm not out there looking for her because I already know what happened to her. You don't know where she at though, right? That don't make sense. And what do you mean you already know what happened to her? Do he know what happened to her because he went by the house the day it happened to her? And that's how he knew what happened to her? Because he already had this stuff playing in motion years ago? And they couldn't, once you found the dotted line, you can't go back. You can't go back. So for those that's listening to this live and you contemplating being a part of these secret societies, or you feel like you just want to belong somewhere once you sign this stuff, once you sign an oath or sign your soul over to Satan, baby, you have fallen into a sunken place. And it might not be no hope for you. All right, so we're gonna break down Darian Vince. Now, I told y'all my position. I believe that he was actually the king, and it was his. Far as Craig Davis, I believe he was the king, and it was his job to kind of be low key. I'm also believing that Craig Davis just really like he don't have a lot of common sense, like a lot of smart to where he might f it up. You know what I'm saying? He want to be one of them kind of dudes. Like you can't say much, bro. Like you might, just like he did when he went last. Just thank you, Jesus. Just like he did when he went last. Opened his mouth and end up everybody caught that. What you mean? You already know what happened to her. She missing. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of them kind of people. If we all think about it, this black president, we all getting ready to go rob a bank. We all sitting at the table. We all coming up with the plan. Craig, don't you open your mouth. I don't. You just can't say nothing. If you get caught, whatever they ask, you just don't say nothing. We'll be the ones to do all the talking. We'll be the ones to come up with whatever. You just shake your head and no, you don't say nothing. I promise y'all that's the position that he was supposed to play. Because if he open his mouth, he gonna screw everything up. And Darion been in a trans in and out for 3 years. How much you gonna get from him? They all gonna be scared. I hope this video reached them. So who is DZ? He's an inspiring artist, and this is the thing. See, remember my last video? I kept saying y'all like he worked for the music industry. He an inspiring artist like this because this stuff is put out there to make us all put the scope on him. Even for those who are awakened. Oh, he in the industry? Because if you notice, when you look into the news reports and things like that, and I'm talking about from Fox 226 and them, when you look at the news report, it don't mention his job. Yes, I know Ivory Heckler tweeted something about his job, which I have, but it was not mentioned in the news report. When you read the news report, it says that she was a future nuclear medicine technologist, and it says that he worked in the music industry. Y'all got that right? So that's what we all got, right? So this is what they want. They like if he worked full time, which was my question when we was in the group. I said if he worked full time, why the news didn't say the man worked? Especially being he left the house for an hour to go to work. Hmm. But we jumping into him. I'm trying to take it one suspect at a time. All right. So one of his jobs, what his hustle, I guess you could say, he was an inspiring artist, inspiring rapper. But the news said he worked in the industry, so it was, you have that's a big field. Was you an executive? Was you a rapper? Was you a stylist? Like, what did you do? He was an inspiring artist. Okay, he was an inspiring artist. What he did, what his job was, his employment was. But let me say this before we start discussing his employment, because I'm getting ready to tie his employment and her schooling together. I don't even think y'all ready. I don't even think y'all ready. But anyway, he was working as a postal worker, a postal carrier, okay, from June 13, 2017 to August 16, 2018. Okay, he worked as a postal worker. Got his did he have a whole year in? Okay, so he worked and then he ended up switching his job and he became he started working for this wording is so small, y'all. Pharma Medium in Sugarland. Okay, so these are the tweets by Ivory Heckler. The first one right here I'm looking at is basically talking about how he used to work as a postal carrier from June 13, 2017 to August 16, 2018. And then he left his job and he began working in a medical, matter of fact, let's go straight to it, a medical supply place. Okay, so he quit his job as a postal worker. Okay, and he began to work in a medical supply place called Paramedium. So I just put a little, little stuff in there just kind of find out exactly what Paramedium is, what type of place it is. So they provide the highest quality sterile compounded services. Okay, sterile services. Hospital pharmacies may not have the ability or resources to prepare compounded sterile preparations that are essential for proper patient care. These products are essential to both patient flow and patient care on an everyday basis. Without these CSPs, patients may have surgeries or procedures delayed as a consequence of the lack of critical or sometimes life-sustaining drugs. Consequently, quality of care may be impacted and patient satisfaction. Okay, now I ain't gonna lie. All right, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about no military Hebrew. I go because I'm still trying. He worked for a medical supply company. I don't even know if this is even like was this even worth shifting job, like what they pay is, anything like that. But what really stood out to me is the fact that he had access to medical supplies. He had access to medical supplies. Now, remember, y'all, the drug that I believe that was ordered from China is intravenous. It has to be injected through a needle. Okay, and it's supposed to be a small, they can have the small needles for the children, stuff that don't really hurt them, but it's a radioactive drug. Okay, so I just find it really ironic that she studied this stuff. She ordered her supplies, her medicine, her radioactive drugs, and he works for a medical supply place where he can get access to sterile equipment. Jesus, is he trying to tell us something or not? I mean, he can get needles. Jennifer, he can get needles. He can get the disposal bags. He can get the cans when you dispose the needles. He can get all that stuff. Come on. I'm sorry, I'm on one. He can get access to all of that stuff. Do y'all hear me? So if she was drugging Malia with this stuff, that's how you know this plan was put into motion because he quit his job and started working for a medical supply company. Y'all think this is a coincidence? I don't. I don't. Drop me a one if you think this is a coincidence. If you don't see this coincidence, I think y'all should be running. I really think y'all should be running because I think God has showed us. I think God was trying to tell us something. We found a package. Do y'all understand what just happened in this lab? We traced back the package. We traced back the drug. We traced them back his job. Jesus, y'all better take off running. You understand what just happened in this lab? You understand the power and the move of the Holy Spirit right now? Why would he quit his job to work for a medical supply company? Because he can get access to all of this stuff that they need to treat Malia in the house. And I bet my bottom dollar that baby was Brittany's guinea pig because Brittany want to be the future of nuclear medicine. Hold my mule, Jesus. Is anybody with me? She already knew that she had to take her baby out. She already knew the date, the time. She knew everything. So in that moment, she was medicating this baby because this baby was her guinea pig so she could become the future of, is anybody hearing me? We didn't located that baby package. We didn't located what drug she's sending out for. We done picked out the signs and symptoms match. Every time she done rushed this baby to the hospital. And what do it say in the drugs? The drugs, as long as you operate from an average dose, it's okay. It's perfectly normal. But if you give her a little bit too much, anything in case of this, take her to an emergency. In case you see any of these signs, take her through emergency. And she was naming them all. She named every symptom as if she looked it up, as if she looked up the drug she gave her. And how many of y'all go to the doctor or take your child through emergency and y'all can pretty much diagnose them? Y'all name every single thing. Come on now. She named every single symptom and everything back to back as if it was rehearsed because it was for Facebook. It was all planned. It's all planned out. They've been doing this stuff. They put these plans into motion. Darion Vince was accused of murder and dismembering Malia's body. They dropped this on May 14th. On May 14th, they hadn't even found her, and they had already said they had evidence of her being dismembered. What evidence? Because blood through the house ain't saying that she was dismembered. I can see if they found tissue, they found traces of tissue, skin, organs. Are y'all telling me? For them to put out in the public dismembered, I want to know what evidence that y'all have of her being dismembered. Even blood being in the drain ain't saying she was dismembered. You could wash your fingers off in the kitchen. You could have cut your hand and washed your fingers in the kitchen sink and blood. See what I'm saying? Did they find tissue? Did they find, what is it called? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Gristle or whatever. For them to actually say dismembered and put that out publicly when she was still missing, yet to even be found. What evidence do y'all have of her being dismembered? Because we would like to see it. We would like to see it. And it says it right here. It says it right here. Spokesperson of 4-year-old Maleah Davis' mother makes disturbing allegations about the nature of her death. Community activist Cornell X says evidence points to the girls dismembered. What evidence? Because they already knew she. Jesus, I ain't even got there yet. Hold my mule. I ain't even got there yet. I'm trying so hard. That's what I was looking for, Betty, and I couldn't find nothing with tissue. I was looking for tissue. I was looking for gristle. I was looking for what? Because even how much amount was tissue? Because we don't have any of that. Now maybe that stuff is still hidden. I know people want to say it's probably still hidden because it's the ongoing investigation. Okay, could be. If it never come out, it's something wrong. Because y'all said y'all had evidence of her being dismembered, and how much? Because like I said, even a cut on a finger, anything could say, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not evidence of her being dismembered. That's a strong public statement to make without having strong evidence to back it up. That's all I'm trying to say. And from what I read, as far as reports, they didn't put any public statements out to back up this claim. If anybody's seen it, send it to me. Send it to me. He can get blood cleaning supplies from the same company too. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and what weapons was used? Because remember, he worked for a medical supply center. She got the drugs. She got to hook up to the drugs. She know what drugs use because she studied this stuff. And then the drugs that she studied, and I'm trying not to go there yet. I'm trying to take it step by step. She studied the drugs portion, the neuro type of medicine. She studied that stuff. Okay, he worked for the medical supply company. Hello, they got everything they need. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So I'm just saying that was, to me, that's disturbing because I don't feel like it was you didn't tell us about the evidence that you have of her being dismembered, and it was so early on. And of course, that I'm sure it was after they found the evidence in the apartment. But like I said, to me, that don't really say, unless they hold on to something and we just don't know what that is yet. Okay? Unless they hold on to something. But my point is, this part right here, because we looking into Darion Vince, they accused Darion Vince of murder and dismembering Malia's body. Okay? There was a headline. It was a BET headline. Y'all know how many black folks caught that BET headline? It's a purpose while we walking through this stuff, okay? Maleah Davis' mother believes 4-year-old was, listen, it says her name. Even if this was a statement by QX, listen, y'all, even if it was a statement by QX, it says Maleah Davis, the BT headline. You know how many black people saw this headline? Maleah Davis' mother believes 4-year-old was murdered and dismembered by ex-fiance. Even if I don't troll Facebook or YouTube and keep a score with the Maleah's case and find out what's going on with it, if anybody read this right here, they'd just be like, oh, wow, the father and the stepfather murdered her and cut up, and they'd probably walk away from it with just that narrative right there, just that headline alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they're coming. That's the conclusion they'll come up with because of that headline right there. Okay, it was gay accusations made about Darion. The news that Darion. Now I'm gonna show y'all the two different accusations that was made against him. Okay, I'm y'all please follow me from a spiritual standpoint. Okay, the news that Darion Vince, the man who reportedly 4-year-old Maleah Davis reported her missing on Saturday, May 4th, has been arrested, has shocked many and surprised a few. After police stated that his story had blanks, those blanks are now being filled in disturbing details, including a report, listen, y'all, including a unreported feeling that Vince had been molesting Malia and that her mother caught Vince watching gay porn. Okay, so we had gay accusations, one gay accusation that Vince was watching gay porn. Follow me. One gay accusation that he was watching gay porn. It's the whole separate allegation. Okay, now if it was unreported or hearsay, why would you document it and put it in the press? Hello? Hello? See what I'm saying? So that was one report. Then you got another one. Later on, the mother admitted to me, this is quote unquote from QX, the mother admitted to me that he had done it before, talking about abuse and molestation or whatever. He was angry with Brittany and he was very agitated with Brittany about her discovering him sending these pictures of his private parts to another man and she calling him gay and saying he was okay. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. What made first of all, we have two different stories. Let's address that. Let's address the fact that we got two different stories. The first story was that Brittany caught him watching gay porn. Let's address the fact that we got two different stories first. And she called him gay. Okay? So I guess we're gonna just throw the whole she never caught him watching gay porn. That was a loud rumor from the inside. I don't know who started up. The public don't even know them. Okay, so I guess that was the rumor that unreported rumor that y'all reported. Unreported, but y'all reported it. Hello. Okay. So that was never true. She didn't catch him watching gay porn. All right. So what was it? Oh, she didn't catch him watching gay porn. She caught him texting his male parts to another man. Oh, okay. So he wasn't watching gay porn. He was texting somebody. So she called off the engagement. I don't know how many women I got in the chat room right now, but I'm going to need y'all help with this because I'm a wife. I've been a wife for 18 years now. I'm a wife, and I want to know how many of y'all going to call off y'all engagement without calling that number back first, at least, and finding out who the hell is on the other side of that phone number. So you mean to tell me she saw in her man's phone text messages of his private parts? It got a dude name in it. So she flipped like, oh, he gay. I'm done. I'm calling it off, yada, yada, yada. She never called the number back to even see if the name was actually the person that he locked it in under. Because we women know that men play games like that. We know that they do. Do we not know that they do? Do we not know that men will lock a girl name in under a guy? So you mean to tell me she flipped her wig, called her engagement off, was ready to beat him to a pole without even knowing whose number that was, without even calling that number back and hearing a voice to see if it was a dude or a female? You mean to tell me she the only woman on earth who won't do her investigation when her man is cheating. I need some women out there. I need y'all help. I need y'all help. Fiance, common law husband. I don't care. You mean to tell me you don't turn into to private PI if you even feel like he doing something? I know I'm not the only one out there that would have had the lady's name, phone number, address, social security number, user ID, password. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I would have been stalking her. I would have probably stalked her a little bit just to find out how serious they were. I don't know. I don't know. Because I've been in it for 18, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would have probably pulled up and, on the side to see if he going to be popping up at our house or see what she looked like or something. But you mean to tell me you ain't going to just call a number back? Y'all can't believe. We can't believe everything we hear. Y'all, we can't believe everything we hear. We can't believe everything we hear. Ain't nowhere in the world Brittany did not know that was that woman. That story had nothing to do with nothing. It was a distraction because this is an agenda, and they pushing the gay agenda. I'm getting ready to prove that. People got so mad at me for saying this, but y'all, I got to keep it 1,000 because this is what I'm sitting for. I can't be a phony. God is watching me. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and we can go ahead and end that right now. That woman did not end her engagement and was ready to beat him to shreds and not answer the phone for him because she assumed that was the man on the other side of the phone. Okay. She sure do. She sure do. And she gonna be trying to figure out like when it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like that was just too easy. Like that was just too easy. Or she assumed that was the woman taking. No, because dudes do stuff like that. They will put a dude name in, but when you see that, your mind is not gonna go straight to he gay. Your mind gonna go straight to he playing games. He think he's slick. Come on, drop me a one if I'm right, y'all. Because I want to know if I'm the only woman that act like that. I've been in plenty of relationships. I'm just saying, do your first man go to, this dude think he's slick? Who is this person he done locked in under Domino's Pizza? Or he done locked in under Frank? He think he's slick. I'm about to call this number. I'm about to star 67 her butt. Hello? Just don't make sense to me. Okay, it was accusations of abuse. By Quanell. Keep in mind, not by Brittany. That we know of. We don't know what. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think the whole thing is. But the accusation, the public statements that was made of abuse and molestation came from Quanell. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It came from him, not from her, not the public statements that was made. Quanell X is clearly against DV, setting him up to be the scapegoat. Because guess what, Brittany? We need a scapegoat. So Jesus, I hope y'all hear me. This is the reason why, the activists and the parents don't always get along because the parents don't always want to play by the rules of the activists. The parents have to understand there has to be a scapegoat. It always got to be a scapegoat. You cannot perform a sacrifice without a scapegoat. Let me show y'all the difference. Come on, let's fool them, Holy Spirit. Let me show you the difference. Nipsey Hussle, he was sacrificed. It was a scapegoat. Eric Garner. Is that his name? Eric something. He was a scapegoat. Right? It was, even though it was a sacrifice that took place, they had to have a scapegoat. T.I.'s sister Precious was sacrificed, but her sacrifice was made out to be an accident. Therefore, no need for a scapegoat. Come on, Holy Spirit. When it came to Kenneka Jenkins' death was a quote unquote accident. Nobody had to go down as a scapegoat. Come on, Father. When it comes to Maleah Davis, hers was a murder. It wasn't considered an accident. We need a scapegoat. Brittany didn't want her. She didn't want him to be the scapegoat. She didn't want to put everything off on him. But Quanell X said, we have to have a scapegoat. I can't work with you if you don't also you. Come on, I'm woke. Who woke over here? Who woke over here? Y'all can't. This world gonna have to start moving slow. Because I'm in it. Because I'm in it. Y'all gonna have to start moving slow. I'm here. And I'm in a spirit and I'm here to stay. You have to start waking up a little bit early. And I mean years early to pull this stuff off in front of me. Okay? Quanell X said, listen, Brittany, I'm gonna have to part from you publicly because you cannot go down as the scapegoat and I continue to represent. Whew, I don't see nobody who running. I need y'all to take off running because I'm over here on fire. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know about everybody else. My channels ain't monetized. I don't be on here begging for donations. I just be asking y'all to take off running if y'all feel me, because y'all giving me the fuel for my fire. That's all I'm asking. If y'all feeling me, take off running. Y'all giving me the fuel for my fire. I'm trying to explain to y'all how the game chess go when you got activists and you got people involved. Pay attention to people. This is why he was making him look horrible. He was making him look bad because Quanell X works for. He's a new Black Panther. The new Black Panthers ain't nothing but Masons, y'all. They're part of the pyramid just as well. So his alliance is to Craig Davis and Brittany. But Brittany, I can't support you if you gonna put him before you. Who? BB denied all claims of abuse and molestation. Here go the proof right here. I don't even, matter of fact, I had a dozen receipts. I'm gonna leave all of them out the presentation. If they don't understand that she was defending her man and she was like, Quanell, I don't know what you, I'm gonna let you talk and try to trash your way, but now you doing too much with the molestation. No, and then now you talking about I'm gonna have to do some jail time too. Boy, you crazy. Bye. But I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm gonna send you off with a gift. We're gonna tell you where that body is at. Come on, Jesus. Oh, they ain't ready. They is not ready. They is not ready. Whew. Was Quanell and BB's agreement on making DV out to be the bad guy to clear BB's name the cause of their split, but not before taking credit for finding Malia. So they agreed to split publicly, but not before agreeing for him to get that credit for finding Malia. What does a prominent man of the community, an activist, look like standing beside of alleged abuser? She had to speak up for herself and throw him completely under the bus and said the worst thing she did was overlooked it. She had to, or he wasn't going to stand back. He couldn't stand back her. Y'all, come on. This is the political thing. This is church, not checkers. Come on. I know the game because I know how to play checkers. I know how to play chess. I know how to play chess. Good thing my uncles taught me at a young age because I know the game. Man, who told QX where Malia was located? That's what everybody want to know. My guess, and this is just what I believe. I believe it was either Craig or BB that revealed that information to him. I believe they both knew who took it. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I believe. So this is probably why I don't make no sense to y'all because I haven't really got off into my theory of what I believe. Okay, but I'm gonna get off into it, and y'all can either take it or pray on it or dismiss it or whatever. All right, but I believe they both knew who took who took Malia's body and where her remains was discarded because I believe they they knew Craig and BB knew. They knew the connection. They knew. I don't believe, me myself personally, I believe they knew and they told that. I'm just gonna say that. I believe they knew when they told their information to QX. So QX can come out and play the hero by releasing this information to the press immediately after parting ways with Brittany. So to me, it was kind of like a going away press. Okay, so before we gonna part ways in the public eye, but they gifted them with that. Ooh. She already knew where. She already knew. They already knew. They had already knew. They had already knew. But I believe the person that told QX is either Craig or BB, because y'all believe Craig knew too. Like don't rule him out. He's so much a part of this stuff too. He's so much a part of this stuff too. They knew. And he said he already know what happened. He said it out his own mouth, I already know what happened. And he said that when they asked Craig, why aren't you out there looking for Malia? He said, I already know what happened to her. Hello, I just need to talk to Darion. So basically, I already know the plan. I already know what went down. And he was talking on live because he was talking to his people, to his family. But social media, y'all know how we do. All these strangers came barging on his lab, and people came like, why you ain't out there looking for your daughter, bro? Man, I already know what my daughter. I already know what happened to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So he already knew what was up, y'all. He already knew the game plan. Now I'm not sure which one, actually knew exactly what. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I don't. I can't really say, but they all knew. They all knew. Okay. All right, 4 levels of the bottom pyramid. Y'all know we always talk about the pyramid. And I showed you guys the pyramid from another case that we was doing right here. And so I just wanted to kind of do like a little mock pyramid for y'all, so y'all kind of get an idea of what's going on. Because I always tell you guys, we tend to try to separate the enemy's kingdom. We tend to try to God help me, we tend to try to separate it, and he's divided. That's what it is. Thank you, Lord. We tend to try to divide the enemy's kingdom, and it's not divided. It's an illusion. When they go up against each other in the political races, and you have the red and the blue, and even the black and white races agenda. It's all just a illusion. Okay, when it comes to the devil, he got one kingdom, and everybody is operating accordingly, in position, and they at war against you, against your children, against me, against man. You get what I'm saying? So we tend to try to separate and break up the pyramid. We tend to try to divide and say, no, she might be a little bit evil, but she ain't on his side. Craig and his family might have did that obituary, but he ain't. Come on, Jesus. You can't separate evil. You can't. God said you either go love him or hate the other. You can't worship him and mammon. Mammon. You can't separate the pyramid. Now we know that the pyramid is the diamond, but when we looking at the pyramid is from the lower bottom level. Okay, we always try to pierce the bottom. Now, in the other case that we was doing, I don't want to keep sticking the young lady name up, but y'all know what I'm talking about. At that bottom level pyramid, we had the parents and the family and the gang, a friend of gangs, right? Different gang members who would be on that blue part of the pyramid. In this case right here, because we're not looking at gang members per se as being a part of the setup, the bottom of this pyramid right here is parents. Okay? The community activists. Now, they position, they role. I got them where they role is supposed to be. In between the parents and the media and the PD. You guys see what I'm saying? I got them right there in the green, right where they supposed to be. But a lot of times the conflict is, please pay attention, Jesus. Y'all, a lot of times the conflict is that the blue, the parents, are sometimes in a higher ranking than the community activists in the green bar, which will kind of mess up the rotation. Like y'all all in the rotation smoking the blunt. He ain't where he's supposed to be. You messing up the rotation. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times you had a conflict between, because we seen it before. Did we not see it before with the parent and the activist? Did we not see it before, y'all? So pay attention to what I'm telling you, because this is what was showed to me. A lot of times you see the conflict between the parents and the activists, because the parents, they know. They know I just made 33rd degree. I just ranked up. Do you know who I am? And a lot of times they not going to allow you to be above them or call a shot, should I say. So a lot of times the conflict comes when the one in the green is not even ranked up or on a higher level than the one in the blue. Is y'all follow? Okay? And then you have the PD, the news media, all them, because they work for the Zionist agenda. They gonna report and they gonna do as they told. And that's just the bottom line. Okay? They gonna do as they told. And I got at the top just the all CNI. Because that's who they all worship. They all work for. Okay, they all Masonic. That's why I said they all Masonic. They all work. They all on one accord. They all are under one pyramid. That's why Malia had this pyramid right here over her eye, and then it was flowers to wrap around a pyramid to make y'all not see the pyramid when it was actually a pyramid around her eye to let y'all know it was 4 levels of organizations or how can I put it that was involved with it. You see what I'm saying? So it's 4 levels to the pyramid right here. Like I said, this is just operating from the bottom part of the pyramid. Of course, a lot of times in a lot of situations, the rabbit holes go even deeper. It go even higher up the ladder. You see what I'm saying? But I just stop right here because I kind of believe that, and like I said, we still yet to see how this thing play out. But if Houston PD do not arrest anybody on murder, and if they continue to cover up for Craig and BB, then we know right here that they are also operating on the pyramid level. You see what I'm saying? So but yeah, that's the community activist job. It's supposed to be the middleman in between the cops, the media, and the people. The parents and so. But yeah, I helped y'all when it came to that right there with the little pyramid. My children is a little on one right now. Okay, so this stuff is so small, I really, really can't read it, and I ain't trying to strain nobody ass, so I might have to upload this part right here. But I just wanted to consider. Okay, so let me just kind of give y'all my theory. Okay, let me just give you my theory, my briefing. Okay, and this is just what I believe to be what it is, and y'all can kind of correct me on it, help me on it. I'm not even about to tell y'all timelines and all that stuff. I don't know. It could even sound believable or not, and I might have to do another part of this video and clean some stuff up. But this is what I believe, okay, y'all. I believe she was given something, an overdosage, okay. And I don't know if I actually showed y'all. I think I actually forgot that part. But one of the medications, it talks about increasing the heart and the heart actually stopping. If and I didn't, I'm sorry, y'all. I should have actually read that to y'all. But when you go back and watch the video, you'll see it in there. It talks about the heart actually stopping, or it talks about if you give just the right amount. This is why I really should have read it. If you give just the right amount, you can dang, how did it say it? You can cause damage to the brain while the other medication that I read to y'all helps keep the organs pumping. Okay, so with the combination of the meds, like I said, it's kind of small, so y'all might want to do your own research on this right here. So the combination of the meds that we read up on, one of them is actually given to like stop to attack the brain, okay, but also to keep the other organs, and the other one is given to keep the other organs functioning. Okay, so like I said, I would love for y'all to do some more research on that medication, and but this is from what I've seen and what I've read up on so far. So this is what I believe. I believe she was laying in the bed, brain dead, but I do believe that they was probably, trying to keep her organs still fresh, I guess you can say, and still keep them, pumping everything alive, that giving her that other type of medication because that medication is for, the organ. But I believe she was in the bed brain dead, and I believe they gave, BB gave her this medicine and everything, administer her that medicine. Now, I don't know if it was any abuse during that time, so I'm not even gonna really talk about that, whether or not it was any abuse during that time. But I do believe that she was probably brain dead, and I believe that he left. I believe that he left, and I believe that she left, and they left her in that bed to die. Okay, I believe they left her in that bed to die, and that's why he left for an hour, and I believe she left, and when he came back or whatever, he disposed of the body. But I don't believe it. Now this is the part that I could be wrong, y'all, with all of this. Okay, this is just my narrative right now of what I believe happened. I believe that he put the body inside the trunk of his car in a garbage bag, but I don't believe he took it to Arkansas during that time because it wouldn't have been enough time for him to do that. I believe he just got it out the house. When he came back to the house and he actually saw, or BB could have been there. I don't know for sure. Okay, but when they realized that she was finally gone or whatever, he had actually get the body out the house. I think he just got it out the house and put it into the car until she got back. Okay, because there's also a report that um in a hospital that they saw the car, and I think the cab driver or something made mention of a laundry basket being in the trunk of the car or whatever, and the body decomposed in the trunk of the car. So I really believe the body was in the trunk of the car all that time. Okay, I believe it was in the trunk of the car all the time because I believe that the connection, like the person to actually dump. Oh God, so I believe that's why the cab driver, I'm trying to slow down and say it, why the cab driver saw that basket in the car or the laundry basket in the car. Y'all should have actually had that screenshot, but I didn't. Because I believe the bag was in the trunk of the car. He just got it out the house. That's all we saw is him just get it out the house, is what I believe. So when Craig came back to the house, if he came back to the house to pay his final respect, to see her or whatever the case may be, or to come just to come get his son, I don't believe she was in there because she was in a car. I believe she was still in a car, if y'all get what I'm saying, in the trunk of the car. So, and like I said, this is just my belief in everything. So I believe when um Brittany, I believe Brittany met him at the hospital when she actually said that in some text messages that she came up to the hospital. I don't believe they actually was seen leaving together, but they met back up at the house together. And I believe at that point they probably got rid of Malia, to somebody who and turned around and disposed of the body. You see what I'm saying? So I believe they got rid of her to somebody. That person may have taken whatever they wanted to take or whatever the case may be and disposed the body. Either that or they did it themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't know which one it was, but I believe either they took her together and disposed of her body, or they might have sold her to somebody, y'all. They might have gave her up and sold her to somebody who might have took her organs out or whatever the case may be, and they might have disposed of her and and threw her body out. Either way it go, I do believe that she was in the trunk of the car during that time because and the car was quote unquote missing, and they would have probably headed to where a young girl was found in the trunk of a car, like you know what I'm saying, like the car was stolen, he was kidnapped, and they found her body later in the trunk of the car. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that that's where she was at. But when he got released from the hospital and she came back, they had to find some. Either they had already knew who was gonna take her already. See, I haven't got that far. Either they had already made the connection and knew who was gonna take the body and kept her organs, kind of. I guess I don't know because I don't even know how long they stay fresh. I don't know hell, but or they disposed of it together. You see what I'm saying? But I do believe that she was in the back of the car, and going through the initial decomposing stages. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what this article is really talking about, the body being brain dead, and still being able to donate the organs, still be able to get rid of the organs, and how long the organs actually will last with the body being with the brain being dead. But like I said, it's so small I really can't even read it. But so yeah, like I said, that is just my theory on it. And I definitely do believe that Darion was he knew that he set that up too. Like I said, he is not innocent in anything because I believe he was bringing the syringes home. I believe he was bringing the syringes home, the medical supplies, whatever home. You get what I'm saying? So he was all a part of it too. He just ended up becoming a scapegoat because you need a scapegoat. You cannot pour anything off like this and it don't be an accident. You see what I'm saying? And not have a scapegoat. So he had to be. But like I said, that's just my theory on far as um where the body was at and the whole Arkansas thing. If they took it to Arkansas, they would have had plenty of time that night after the hospital to take it and get rid of it. And guess what? We won't know anything about it because guess what? We don't have footage of what time they went back home after the hospital. We don't have footage of them leaving the house after the hospital. We don't have footage of none of that. So while everybody, and I'm just saying this because everybody is looking at a small window of time based off of what you can see, based off the footage. But God said, don't believe everything you see. Don't go off that what you see. Faith is not based off of what you can see. And everybody looking at this small window and saying 5 hours, 6 hours, seven. No, that wasn't enough time. 1, 2, 3. No, that ain't enough time. Because you looking at you trying to decide how long did it take for them to move this body because you looking at the time frame, the timeline that they gave you. When it's a whole night that occurred that happened that you know nothing about. So in my opinion, it made more sense for them to just leave. They was gonna abandon the car and beat the car and wreck the car up somewhere. They left the body in a car. Duh. And they ended up getting rid of it that night. That you don't see on TV. Jesus, y'all can't. Let me tell y'all something about TV. TV is edited. Even your reality show ain't a reality. Your reality shows is edited. And I say this because y'all, we letting TV program us. We letting TV program us. If TV tell us that this is what it is, we like, okay. If TV is telling you that this man abused and molested his daughter, stepdaughter, and he killed her and dismembered her, you like the hell with you. Why? We cannot allow the TV to program us. You ain't even seen all of the footage for you to come up to that conclusion. I mean, and I'm talking about y'all, they doing lives and lives going viral. And they like, okay, between 1, 2, 3, 4, Jesus. Okay, well, please tell me what happened after he left the hospital. What happened the following morning? I mean, come on, y'all. That's what I feel as when that's just what it is. If somebody proves different, that's just what it is. They went to the hospital, that body was still in that car while the car was parked somewhere, bashed in, all that stuff, and then they later on got rid of it. And they decided not to answer the phone for each other because that was all a part of the plan. So it won't look like we was plotting on something. So they had already decided before she even left. You don't call me, I don't call you. If I call you, you don't answer. You don't call me, I don't answer. You see, like, y'all have to understand now, y'all. When we talking about plots and plans and stuff, it was all a part of the plan. It was all a part of the plan. But like I said, if there was a chance that they had her organs, so because I don't believe we even know. I pray to God we get a cause of death, but you see how they came up with the whole story about the lawnmower? Didn't I tell y'all lives ago if they say something about her body being shattered? I knew that's where they was going with. Because I had felt back then that they had took her organs. But I didn't know. I had to wait to hear more of the story. But now I'm really like, yeah, they probably, yeah, probably so, yeah, sound like it, yeah. And whoever they sold her to or gave her organs to, they threw her. They was probably in Arkansas. Oh, Jesus. They was probably in Arkansas. That's probably why the body ended up over there. They probably had a connection that was somewhere over there. And they probably discarded it. I mean, we just never know how the story play out. You see what I'm saying? We just never know. You know, if they was like, hey, if Craig was like, hey, where you put her at? The news is going on. We need to find her. We need to just locate the remains. You just never know. Because we ain't got the full story even from watching TV. We better be praying instead of just sitting up here trying to lean on our own understanding. We're going to really be lost. Because you're basing your understanding off of TV. And not because you know this is what they do and you've seen it before. The rabbit hole goes even deeper. We ain't even done. We ain't done. The rabbit hole goes even deeper. So y'all believe the parents planned this. I believe the parents made an agreement to an occult back in 2015. Both parents did, and I believe it was something they just couldn't. They had to see it through, and they've been seeing it through. They were seeing it through. That's why she got a lot of photos of her, and then she probably tried to call herself an inspiring photographer when she probably never really had a passion to take pictures. That just explains why so many pictures of Malia. so they can later surface. You see what I'm saying? And they can push their agenda and get the whole world in the uproar and get our whole spirit. Because I know they tugged on our spirits. It didn't tug on our spirits. She probably never had. She probably never had no wanting to be no photographer. Okay, she probably just wanted to be a medical. Try to figure out what is the new wave of technology, how I can get a career in a new wave of what is the future of science. You see what I'm saying? And that's why she chose the whatever for a career path. Okay, during that time. And then the whole photography thing was just to capture photos of Malia to carry out an agenda that her and her boyfriend at the time had set in. Jesus, I hope y'all caught it. But anyway, the rabbit hole go deeper. Yeah, straight witchcraft, straight voodoo priest, all priestess, all of that. All of that. All right. June is the month of LGBTQ Pride Month. I kept saying that. And I know people get offended. People do not like it, but it's just what it is. The month of June. Y'all thinking that, oh, Malia with her rainbows and unicorns and them pretty colors. Like, I love kids. Trust me, I do. I love these babies, y'all. I want to have an adoption center where you can just drop your child off if you don't want them. You ain't got to have an interview. Just drop them off. We'll take care of it. I wish I was that paid where I could do that. And them kids would trust me with my own. Please. You see what I'm saying? But y'all have to wake up. The month of June is Gay Pride Month. Hello? Why do you think the rainbows and unicorns and colors? Y'all thought because Malia, as a matter of fact, I spoke to Malia's family member. That was another question I had. So the questions that I asked is relevant to me, if you ask me. But that was another question I asked her. I said, was Malia always the rainbow dash little girl? She said, no. When I remember, she was Minnie Mouse. She's like Minnie Mouse. Okay, so they found her little body, her little remains. They wrapped her up in a unicorn blanket. You even see the father, because like I said, this thing was playing in motion 2015. You even see the father come through when she was in the hospital from her injury with the rainbow, rainbow dash balloon. It was put into motion. She was going to be the poster child for the rainbow agenda. And I hate to say it, and it just hurted my soul doing this presentation. It hurted my soul to even feel like the mama was ordering package of nuclear medicine from China. This stuff hurted my soul. But this is just what it is. We talked about this before, and I had to add it to this presentation because a lot of people, they forgot about it. They forgot about it. Rainbow agenda targets children. I've been showed y'all that. The store Target. Remember, I showed y'all the clothing store Target. They launched a gay pride in the children's department. I showed y'all this. We proudly stand with the LGBT community. This is the children's section at Target. Why did they put it in Target and not Kmart? Because they telling you with rainbow agenda, we target children. Read in between the lines, man. Don't let TV program you. That the store itself telling you Target is in the children's section, rainbow agenda. Lord, I can't be the only one woke on this earth. I need to get me a team of woke people because I be ready to run around the globe, come back, tag somebody in, run around the globe again, sit down, tag somebody in, take off, run like I'm non-stop over here. I ain't been asleep in 2 days. I'm non-stop over here. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? We've been showed y'all that Target launched the gay pride in a children's section. But then when I say to y'all, this baby is a poster child for their agenda and representing the unicorn and rainbows, people start walking away from my shadow. I don't care because I ain't here for you no way. Just for Malia. When have I ever? Anybody in my chat room? Ever? withheld the truth so I can be a friend of yours or a lover of the world. I done took plenty of abusing. Go ahead. But I'm going to keep it real. My sister, we've been broke this down. We've been brought this up. We've been showed y'all this. This has been old videos right here. So it was so easy for us to really catch on to what was going on because we already was looking at. When I told y'all we was taking a spiritual journey, we've been taking a spiritual journey since Kanika, since we all met and gathered together. I wasn't playing. I knew it was a spiritual journey because I was getting ready to quit and give up plenty of times. I was getting ready to leave everybody. Like, I'll see y'all later. I can't do it. I knew it. I did, but I kept feeling like this is like this. I'm called to this. I am called. Like I kept feeling like it was no separating myself from my agenda that God got for the agenda that God got for me. I can't separate myself from it. Just like BB couldn't separate herself from her agenda. Jesus, the assignment that she had. So I knew it. Rainbows and unicorns, y'all. That's Pride Month. Wake up. That represents Pride Month. They represent gay pride. Rainbows and unicorns. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look it up. Look at the gay pride symbolisms and it's unicorns, it's butterflies, and it's rainbows. Wasn't that picture a key clue? Wasn't that picture a key clue? And she got her hand over her mouth. I said, you know what? They threw y'all off with the misspelling of her name. People sitting there talking about her name ain't even spelled right. I was like, I don't care. Jeanette shared it. So if Jeanette shared it, this must be an important picture. Right? Jeanette should know how her name is spelled, or Jeanette should, even if she don't know how her name is spelled, she still shared the picture. This must be an important picture. This picture was important to me. We even see Pen up there standing over her head. If y'all missed that, go watch my last video. My last live with Melissa. She excellently broke down Pen, the little shadow that y'all see over her head. This picture spoke 1,000 words. Come, like she say, come through, Father. I love my sister say that. Come through, Father. Because we know it ain't us. Right before I did this live, I prayed that he would take Malika out the building and just use me as a living sacrifice, glory and acceptable unto him. I asked him that, just use me. I only want to be present. I'll go back and listen to the live. I left the building when I came on and said, hey, live. Ben said this was Gay Pride Month. Okay, unicorns and rainbows, y'all. Y'all see the person sitting on top of the unicorn. This is who they making Malia out to be. The poster child for Gay Pride. The baby is the face of it. All right. Just another photo for me to show you guys the unicorn, rainbow. Melissa pointed out the pixie dust, or somebody else said it was falling stars all around her in the background. If you look at the other photo, it say you're like a box of rainbow and unicorns. I got this from a gay website, a gay pride website. You're like a box of rainbow and unicorns, y'all. I've been trying to point this out, man. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. For God so loved the world, he gave y'all Malika. I didn't want to be here. You think I wanted people coming at me talking about I'm crazy when I know I got good sense? And I love the people, and I love my father to where I'm just obedient to what it is he's showing me, y'all. Try not to get emotional because I keep telling myself, like, you in a spiritual fight. You in a fight right now, and you can't fight being emotional. I got my crying out last night with my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Going through this presentation. And I got to be strong right now, y'all, because I know what it is. And it can't nobody tell me nothing different because God already set his stamp on it and confirmed it and sent me 2 or 3 witnesses. And can't nobody tell me different. Man, it's an evil world we living in. That's just the bottom line. Like, that's just the bottom line. And if people don't want to accept that, You know what I'm saying? But just accept that God gonna have the final say. We have to get on his side. You have to know whose side you on in this spiritual fight. Because the enemy will devour you, either use you or devour you. I'm just a messenger. All right. The rainbow agenda. And this was a clear proof to me that this was a rainbow agenda in the beginning. Like I said to y'all, the very first thing that stood out to me, and I'm not being sarcastic, I'm being 100% real. Because I believe somebody got upset when I said it in a group and they ended up leaving, which is fine. But the thing that stood out to me first was the whole heading, the story. Okay, that's the okay, and I was considering the whole fullness of the story, and I'm just gonna break it to y'all down layman's terms. It was like, okay, man, man was kidnapped. Man was either taken to or coming from or going to Sugarland. He was kidnapped by three men. He was taken to Sugarland because his woman thought he was gay. I'm just breaking it down for y'all layman's terms. Okay, I'm just seriously just giving y'all a breakdown. So this is my first thought was like, oh, gay agenda, because a lot of things don't fly over Malika's head. It don't. Like, I even know who my Judases is. I even know who, like, seriously, I know what you said about me last week. I just ain't confront you. I don't care. But a lot of things don't fly over my head. So when I summed up the story, I said, three men kidnapped the man, take him to Sugarland, and because his woman thought he was gay. So the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, is this a gay agenda? For me, because of the outline of the story. Wasn't being funny, I was being for real. And then the second thing that I read was she likes pink, but she preferred toy cars over dolls. And I said, what little girl prefers toy cars over dolls? But I don't know all little girls. But I just don't think it makes sense because mostly little girls like doing dolls' hair, changing clothes. With cars, you can't do nothing but say zoom, zoom across the floor. Like they're not really exciting enough for a little girl. Like we don't really like toys and toy cars. You know what I'm saying? But I've been a girl. I was a little girl before. Y'all was a little girl before. So it just didn't make sense to me. But I said, oh, okay. I kept reading. And I saw she preferred. Then I saw she called Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony her best friend, and I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, this is a rainbow agenda. This is the rainbow gay agenda." When I seen rainbow, I seen the word rainbow, and I said rainbow gay, just like the man, just like the three people, just like Sugarland. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a riddle in my head. Sugarland gay, three people rainbow. Like it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it literally stood out to me like a sore thumb. Okay, and on the side of it, I showed y'all like a little clipping of Maleah Davis' stepfather allegedly confessed to killing her after he was accused of being gay. So the gay thing is a headline, and as you scroll the article and it describes Malia, it talks about her preferring cars over dolls. And she like right, you see what I'm saying? So for me, it just made all the sense in the world. It made all the sense in the world. I was like, oh, okay. And I see the picture of her with the little and it could be cat thing or whatever the case may be, but the fact that it's the rainbow, it looked like a unicorn, a horse or a unicorn. So for me, that was like, yeah, this is the agenda. Now I know all y'all seen this. I had a lot of people that was contacting me and reaching out to me after this. This is Malia's casket for those that didn't see it. Rainbows and unicorns, and of course it was donated to her. Of course, because she's the poster child for their agenda. Of course they gave her the casket. Who thought they wasn't? They gave her the blanket. They gave her the blanket that they found her in. Gave her father some balloons and say, here, walk in the door with these. That's what I believe. We're breaking these people down. And let me tell y'all people something else. Any of y'all listening here, y'all touch another one of our kids. Y'all try one more time. Every time y'all try, we going to break y'all down. Every single time. Wherever God lead us, we going to go. Wherever you lead me, Father, I will go. So y'all gonna end up fearing Malika. I guarantee y'all that when y'all are sitting around the round table discussing how y'all gonna sacrifice y'all child, y'all gonna mention Malika. Or what about Malika? What if the Holy Spirit sends Malika and she get revelation? We gonna be here. Y'all gonna be thinking about me at the round table. I bet y'all that y'all gonna stop at this. Y'all gonna stop with it. All right. So we coming down to the end. More 7-Eleven, 9-11, and 6-9 symbolism. I'm getting ready to show y'all. Okay, we coming to the end. We pretty much at this point should know who the participants is, the agenda. Um, and so now we about to look at some receipts and some clarification that this is another 7-Eleven, 9/11 attack, and I should actually put 6-9 Saturn worship because this is who they worship, and this is the reason why you see the code 6-9 attached to these cases. This is the reason why I'm saying once again because it makes so much sense because I spent a lot of time not understanding it. So now that I understand, I'm spending a lot of time saying it. This is the reason why PZ mentioned room 609 in the Kanika's case because you have to have that 6-9 frequency going. Okay, so 6-9 is the Saturn worship. This is the God they worship. So we're gonna and so when you see the 6-9, you'll see the 666. Same thing. Okay, it's just the demonic code of they God and what they believe in. And but anyway, let's move it along. Let's look at some of these symbolisms. All right, so this one right here I couldn't really figure out. Besides the fact that if you add the numbers on this side right here, you got a 7, you got a 1 right here, and you got a 1 on the other side of the door. But I'm gonna leave it to all in the name if he ever come into the chat room and a few more people that's really good with this. But my spirit is really telling me it's something with these two doors. And if y'all can remember too, and that's why I wanted to insert this in. And if y'all can remember on the Kanika case, I showed you guys how both doors together you got a 7-Eleven and a 9-11. This one right here, if you look at both of them together, you can get a 7-Eleven. So I don't know if that's the only thing the Holy Spirit is trying to show me or if it's more. So all in the name, when you come in here, if you can kind of look at this photo and drop it in my comments later, then I'll take a look at it again and go back and drop it in the comment. But I saw another 7-Eleven right here. If you add both numbers to both of them, you have 17 and 17, right? So you just take the other one, you got a 7-Eleven right here, just looking at both of the numbers on both the highways. Okay. You see a 6. Okay, Antoine. I forgot you was in there, Antoine. I seen a 6-2 and 1401. I seen that too. I caught that too. That's why I wanted to leave that in there too, because my spirit is telling me it's something with them doors too. Because like the place of residence, like the place where the sacrifice, but they have to mean something. Because I noticed it too with the other case and the 2 rooms. Okay, combined together gave us the 7-Eleven. All right, so right here with the Amber Alert case number, the Amber Alert that Brittany first presented, you got 7-Eleven and 9-11 and the Amber Alert. I hate I can't blow it up, you guys, so y'all might have to do some screenshots and blow this stuff up and see it for yourself. But you got a 9-11 right there at the end, and just add the 2 5s up, get your 10. That don't mean anything, but you see the 6 and you see the 1s and you see the 9. So the 6 plus the 1 will give you a 7-Eleven. The 9 and the 1 will give you your 9-11. So the case number is 7-Eleven and 9-11. Okay. So we see that with the Amber Alert case number. This was given to me by one of my subs, a good friend. She on top of stuff, and I excuse me. I thank God for you guys because the things that I miss, y'all don't. Y'all are so awakened. Y'all don't. So she brought this to me and said, Malika, look at them numbers. This is Malia's case number. Okay, this is Malia's case number. Pay attention to the case number. We have a 7-Eleven and 9-11 on the case number. Okay. We got to look at BB previous trips for the funeral and the door. I hear you, Hebrew. I hear you. So do you think the city is in on this? No, no, no. I don't think the city is in on this. I think it is more of a secret society. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be operating on this type of level to even understand what's going on. I would never say the whole city is in on it. I know people in Houston. I got loved ones in Houston, and I know definitely, like, I actually had ran this by my family, and I have a family that's big in Houston. And one of my family members I spoke with about this, she didn't know anything about the case like that. Like, she'd heard of it or whatever, but as far as like following it, having details, things like that, she didn't even know the basic details, let alone any of the agenda and stuff. And she's, a pretty known person out there. You see what I'm saying? So no, I don't think that the whole city is in on it. No, not at all. You have to be a part of they circle, I guess you could say. All right, so we got the 7-11 and 9/11 in her case. I know. No, I don't think I definitely wouldn't say every. When this happens, it's an elite thing. The elite call to play, and these are participants. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times you hear them calling the elite the Illuminati, then you hear the participants being called the puppets. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't play in this type of arena, you have no idea what's going on. So I love the city of Houston. I trust me. You know what I'm saying? So this is not anything that I feel like that the whole city came together and did this to Malia. The city of Arkansas, I mean, what was it? Fulton. I'm sorry. Hope. I think it was Fulton, right? I don't think no. These people do not know, and I think that they are really genuinely out there putting stuff out for Malia. Like they heart and spirits was really captivated by this story. And so no, I don't think none of these people understand what's going on, but we have to be awakened to this stuff because we have to know that the enemy is like he's for real right now. And this stuff is hidden, but it's in plain sight at the same time. So you have to just pray for eyes to be able to see. So really with me, I was just anointed and called to this type of thing because before, God called me to this type of stuff. I didn't know this stuff was going on. I told the story before. I lived in Detroit all my life, was born and raised in Detroit. I never knew anything about a warehouse full of organs. When they raided that warehouse of organs, I just moved out of Detroit. I had no idea it was there. You see what I'm saying? So no, I don't think so at all. All right, so this is the infamous picture that was put out by Autumn Vince. And I just had a few things that I wanted to point out about this picture. The picture of the two, it gives you like a Bonnie and Clyde type of look and appearance. Now they actually had them to put this picture out. I'm getting ready to prove to y'all that the elite, the people, they had them to put this picture out. They needed to put this picture out. We've seen it a lot of times. Whenever it's a sacrifice, we see the pink and black. Okay, so those that remember when I showed y'all the video of when T.I. first sacrificed Precious. And we saw the live, he had on a pink jacket and the black glasses. Remember, and I pointed out to y'all, I said, look, he getting ready to sacrifice this. Well, actually, we noticed the live days before they mentioned her in the accident. So we had to go back and find a live, like, look, he had already did a live in his pink and black showing he was getting ready to do a sacrifice. So they always, have to have some kind of photo, video, or something in the pink and black because the pink and black actually shows the transformation of energy that's getting ready. So they are still employers of CERN. They still are working for CERN. They still, how can I put this? It's still about energy. It's still about the transformation of energy from light to dark. Okay, so whenever sacrifices and things like this go on, the participants have to show that they are down for the cause. And I'm not talking about the agenda, but the actual cause, which is collecting souls and energy for the purpose of CERN. You see what I'm saying? So they have to actually put that photo and that out there. So you always see them in pink and black because pink and black is representation of the transformation of energy from light to dark. So they were supposed to put this photo out here. But a few more things that I want you guys to pay attention to. They were supposed to give you like a Bonnie and Clyde type of appearance because this story is different from the one that we've seen before where it was a single mom. And the single mom had to keep a certain look. You see what I'm saying? A certain way or whatever. We're not dealing with a single mom. We're dealing with two parents that actually set this thing up. And this right here, the way they programmed this, when Darion went down, how many of y'all felt like BB was supposed to go down with him? Not apart from him, not her alone, But how many of y'all felt like she's supposed to have been down with him? Because mentally, we have her programmed and we see her as the Bonnie to his Clyde. Is anybody feeling me? We mentally have it programmed. That's why the world is like, no, she needs to be in there with him. They so I'm not saying that she don't. What I'm trying to tell y'all is it was painted that way from the beginning for you to be programmed to see that way and not set him apart from her and not see her as more the dominant because y'all might feel like, you know, they wanted us, especially QX, wanted us to look at him like he's more the control parent. He was the one that was running the household and doing the abusing and doing the molesting, and she just turned her eye from it. No, she is the more control parent. She got the background of voodoo. She practiced shamanism. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So they gave us the illusion anyway of the Bonnie and Clyde. So whenever one go, if ever Darion go down or she go down, he was supposed to go down with her, or whatever. Vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So they already gave you that illusion that this is a Bonnie and Clyde type of thing, a dead duo, and they go down together. Or they did this together. As far as the elite, those that's a part of this stuff, they know that they together in on it. They know that they together. Like that was their code. Those that know about it, looking at this picture was cold to them. Oh, okay, so they together in this. And it was just to program your mind that they are, you see what I'm saying? That this is a dynamic duo. This is a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation. You would never look at Darion as if he was in a sunken place. Or if it no, you were supposed to look at him as if he was the more controller one, and that's she's the Bonnie to his Clyde. Come on, Lord. And she just overlooked some stuff. So she would go down for him, but he was really supposed to go down, you know, and take the full fall. He the scapegoat. He take the fall for everything. Scapegoats take the fall for everything. And y'all wonder why he not rolling over on her. Vow of secrecy, vow of silence. Now he might have said some stuff like, look, bro, the stuff that's being put out there is not me. And he had to come back and say that, not because he felt that his woman was out there saying it, because the activist, he was confused by him. Like, why is he saying that? Why is he trying to make me look, why are you trying to make me out to be such a horrible person? And people was probably giving messages through his brother saying, like, I'm going to fire him. Don't worry about it. I'm going to separate myself from him. Don't worry about it. I'm not with it. I'm not with making you look like the scapegoat. Hello, I'm not with making. She was probably talking, yeah, sending messages through his brother. Why do you think his brother held on so tight to her? Why do you think his brother, they cling to each other to make sure you don't let this nigga talking about QX take my brother down for everything. Make him look like the scapegoat. We gonna need you to help us out because if you leave it up to him, he gonna make Darion pick everything. Also, the time and date of the post. Did anybody peep that? I wanna see. I'm actually going. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna let y'all say what day did BB post this. Pay, pay attention. Look at what day she dropped this photo. What day she updated her profile picture. Somebody drop it in the chat. What day she dropped this? What day she updated her profile picture? And you can't tell me none of this stuff is coincidence. What day she dropped, or no, excuse me. What day did she update her profile picture? I'll wait. That's right, Mr. Wright. What day she update that profile picture? And y'all talk about this stuff a coincidence. And 70, look at the time. Time is 11. Exactly. You got 7-11 and 9-11 and a time and date, and she updated the photo, updated her profile photo on June 9th. Y'all, 6-9. Come on, y'all. She updated her photo on Malia's day. She updated her photo on Malia's day 6-9 in 2017. So 2 years before they gave her daughter that day, June 9th, she had already up. Let me go back to that real quick, just in case anybody missed it. Okay? Let me go back to it in case somebody missed it. Okay, so 2 years prior to them giving Malia's day, she updated, I'm sorry, her profile picture to that Illuminati picture that I just described to y'all and told y'all that they have to do a photo in pink and black. She uploaded that photo or updated her photo on Malia's day on 6-9, y'all. Right in our face. See, this stuff is hidden in plain sight. If you, this is what I mean by hidden in plain sight. If you don't know to look for 6-9, you're gonna miss it. But whenever I look at something, now I'm literally programmed, and I have programmed the Holy Spirit. I am literally programmed to look at colors, numbers, codes. That's the first thing I go to. If you're not programmed and don't understand what 6-9 represent, you will miss it. The Holy Spirit told me, hey, look what she uploaded, and the infamous picture that went viral. The picture of them two together. She took a nice little pretty picture, didn't she? She smiled. Y'all, look at the picture. That picture was eventually, they knew that picture right there would eventually be the one to go viral. That's why it was public. That's why it was the profile picture, so it could be public and not just on the timeline. That's why it was uploaded on 6-9. That's why they got on pink and black. Come on, Jesus. I ain't got to say no more. Let's move it. Malia's day 6-9. Like I said, of course they would give Malia the day 6-9 because we all know 6-9 represent their satanic worship, their satanic God. Also, the rapper who goes by the name of 6-9, he is also a representation of the rainbow agenda. 6-9 represents the rainbow agenda. That's the reason why he have the rainbow hair, because he is supposed to look like a unicorn. If you look at him, he look like a unicorn. He like a unicorn. Look at his hair. He like a freak. Some men want to he look like a freaking unicorn. You look at 6-9, you see rainbows and unicorns. And sometimes he do his hair, and you don't know if he a girl or a boy. I'm dropping the mic after this live right here. Okay. I'm dropping the mic after this live right here because I think it's so much juice in here. I don't even know if I'm supposed to keep going or keep looking into this. Okay, he looked like a unicorn. He is the representation of the rainbow agenda. He is also, we all know, he works for the Illuminati. He's an Illuminati puppet. Okay, he represents the one-eyed Lucifer, the all-seeing eye. He also represents the rainbow agenda. See, they put people in place, and they have an assignment. I got an assignment. Melissa got an assignment. Antoine got an assignment. Hebrew gifts. You are called an anointed Hebrew gifts. They got an assignment. Daniel's got an assignment. Lanice got an assignment, and so do 6-9. Baby Malia had an assignment, and she ain't never had a chance. Oh Jesus, that baby had an assignment before she even knew she had an assignment. She never had a chance at a real life, y'all. Listen to me. She never had a chance at a real life. She came into this world as an assignment. She had an assignment. And whatever the devil try to take for bad, God will turn it into good because he going to get the glory and the praise out of what's going to come out of this. Okay, so if you guys notice the thing that's on her head, unicorn. That's why they did the forward picture, so we can kind of see that this unicorn. 6-9, he represents the unicorn. So of course they would give Malia the day 6. Matter of fact, it was already put in position, y'all. They got a blueprint. They got a freaking blueprint of what they gonna do, of the public figures, of who gonna be in position, of who gonna be president, of what war. We about to go to war. Do y'all know we about to go to war? Do anybody, y'all better know we about to go to war. We on our way to war. They got all this stuff planned out, y'all. I got a YouTuber I follow that's been talking about this war before Trump was talking about the war. How he know? Because he anointed to know. Okay, so they already had this figured out. They knew what day that this poster child for the rainbow agenda had to be taken out. The parents knew that they could not be attached to this little girl because she was not going to be with them for long. That is the reason why she might have stayed drugged up. They might have sent her through all type of abuse, because when you do murder bad numbers, you have to harden your heart. The only way you can harden your heart when it comes to a child is by not love, is resisting to love, is to refusing to love that child. I don't believe that it was easy for Kanye West to take his mother out, but he had to harden his heart to do so. I don't think it was easy for Jennifer Hudson to watch all her family members go, but she had to harden her heart in order to do so. Same thing in this situation, y'all. So don't not believe the fact that, oh, her parents do. No, it's not unbelievable, y'all. This is a murder bad numbers. I just showed y'all. And we all know murder by numbers. It's two things that stood out. Y'all didn't. If y'all ain't watched my videos, look it up. Two things that stands out about murder by numbers. For one, you have to harden your heart, and for two, you have to do it to where it's not messy. So if you wonder why Darian said that she did not suffer, it's because I believe they gave her something and she died in her sleep, and that's why he left for a minute. Could have been to go get some more supplies too. I don't know. But that's why he left for a minute. She left. And that's why he probably said, it wasn't as y'all think. She really didn't die a tragic death like y'all think. She really left in peace. Because that baby probably laid there in that bed and her brain probably left first. She was given something. She was given something. And I believe I have it in this presentation exactly what she was given. And I'm definitely going to see what I can do with this information. So I don't care who don't believe me, but I'm going to do what I got to do. I do know what forces I'm up against. Trust me, I do. So I don't believe I'll just be able to put this in the hands of anybody. No, I ain't stupid. But I do believe that, it's a lot that has been uncovered. And I'm just going to wait for the Holy Spirit to say what to do next. Because I work for him. I don't work for nobody on YouTube. Sometimes people get it twisted. They think you working for them. Like, I would step aside away from all you men. Because no, I don't have a handler. I don't have a handler. I can't be handled. All right, distractions, but serves a purpose nonetheless. Um, Overdose on strange medicines, most definitely. That's what I think it is. Malika, I just joined. I just heard from the people. Hey, you just heard what from the people? I just heard from the people. I'm kind of lost, huh? I know I was crying all day, Debbie, just working on this. It was so sad to me because I just knew that the Holy Spirit was present in my room, and I knew that He was really outlining a lot of stuff for me, and I couldn't even focus on really trying to understand the drugs so I can work on delivering my presentation. Like, I was just so emotional reading this stuff and getting the revelation and going through this stuff where it was just eating me up. It was really eating me up. Okay, so y'all, you see right here are distractions, but they serve a purpose nonetheless. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what I believe the purpose is. Like I said, this is still an ongoing investigation, and if I'm wrong, I'll come back and say, "Oh, I'm wrong. It didn't happen like that." You know what I'm saying? But I really think that this is what we looking at, and this is in the making. Let's start with the woman first. The woman that came on. I did not want to show her face. Okay, I'm not gonna get a devil her glory, because I already know that she was just really sent here to be a distraction and also a part of the agenda. Because we all know that the gay thing was really just put out there for the purpose of an agenda, okay, to kind of give clues and hints to those that's awakened that this is a gay and rainbow agenda. You see what I'm saying? So the whole story of the other, not saying he did not have another woman. Who cares? You get it? Like, who even cares? But it was a perfect distraction for social media who wanted so desperately to know, is he gay? Because they missed the mark. They missed the whole point. Jesus, I don't want to follow the ways of the world because people in the matrix is just stuck and slow. The whole world. Was it a man or was it a woman on the other side of that phone? You trying to find out before Brittany found out. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. We on here arguing back and forth about if it was a man, no, it was a woman, no, it was a man. And you try to find out before she even found out. She just assumed. That was a distraction. It don't matter. I'm going to say it in my rock voice, the rock. It don't matter who she was talking to, who he was texting on the other end of that phone. This woman right here don't matter. This woman right here is irrelevant, and that's why I left her face blurry on my live. Because she got much more relevance than it. She just relevant as that. Huh. Look, it's that woman she interviewing. That's why her back is turned and her face is blurry. Because neither one of us have any relevance to this story. But this woman right here was really, she served a purpose. Really putting everybody's face and everybody missed that mark too. Those that did see her, those that do know what she looked like, this was a bull dagger in my grandma's voice. She was a bull dagger. Look how social media fooled y'all. She was a lesbian. She looked just like a lesbian. I'm not trying to laugh, but I'm just trying to show you how social media program people. So I'm saying they gave you a woman who clearly is a bull dagger. They gave you a woman, they said this DB mistress, so y'all can just stop going back and forth about was he gay, was he not. And then, but the woman that gave y'all represents the LGBT gay agenda community just like the rest. Come on. If anybody know what this woman look like, because I just refuse to unblur her face on my live, y'all can't look at that woman to tell me y'all ain't. I don't know what eyes I'm looking out, Lord. Maybe mine, I don't know. But when I look at that woman, the first thing I say is, I was like, y'all is a trip. Y'all gave us a big butch as a character in a rainbow agenda. Jesus. And I'm up here like, how many people caught that? She's a butch. This is no disrespect to nobody. This is Malika. I seen Butch. Anybody out there seen Butch? I seen Butch. That's what I seen. Bull dagger, like my grandma used to say. That's how I was seeing it in the group. I'll never. I'm like, oh, you should have seen the way I felt it. I felt it just like my grandma used to say it back in the day. Okay, you threw a scoop snack. See, the first thing I saw was agenda, because I told you I always have my eyes caught on agenda because this is. Let me tell you how to test your spirit. This is the reason why God say be in the world but not be of the world. If you can't see what's going on of the world, then that means that if you can't see what's going on in the world, that means that you are of the world. Do you see what I'm saying? And I hope y'all got that. When I started seeing everything that was happening in the world, it was because I pulled myself out of the world. And I was in this world, but I was no longer of it. So therefore, it's like I'm on the outside looking into it. I'm outside the matrix peeking into it. That's why I'm able to tell y'all what's going on in the world because I'm not of it. Jesus, if you, this is how you test your spirit. If you sleep, then something is wrong, baby. Something is wrong because he would not leave you ignorant. That must mean that you got one foot in the world and one foot out of the world, and you're trying to balance the both. The moment things become so clear to me is when I hate the world. When I told myself I hate this world, I hate the world because he who hates the world, he who hates his life gonna find it, gonna find everlasting life. You can't love this world or the things thereof. The minute you get attached to this world and be influenced by this world and be all caught up in this world, you gonna miss the mark and look up and have accepted another mark. Hello? I'm trying to talk to y'all. We already got a woman over there leading people straight to but God, the Antichrist, and they ain't even paying attention. It's so easy to be deceived that even the very elect can be deceived if possible. I can even be deceived if I become of the world, even I can be deceived. Y'all gotta understand. Okay, and we all understand when you see a distraction, and that's just what it is. This woman had nothing to do with nothing. This is a distraction. She was just a lesbian that they threw out to the agenda. She was another character that supported the LGBT community. That's what I saw, clear as day, because I'm not of this world. Now let's talk about the inmates. Because these things they drop, you have to understand too. It's a social experiment on top of everything else. That is the reason why the family and people is bringing stuff to social media before the police station. You got cases that's been going on for about 2 years now, and they still bring information to social media because they still testing your butt. Have y'all ever read some stuff when you was like, why she bring that here and not take that to the detective? It's a social experiment. Everything they drop is strategic, it's planned, and it gets y'all to talking because they programming y'all from television and from these fake news reports and these fake text messages that was already put into play. They fooling y'all. This right here was another distraction, but it served a purpose. At least is what I believe. Do I believe Dee had this conversation with Ime? I don't personally think so. I don't believe so. And the reason why I say that is because if he was in his cell just hungry, and he just decided, I'm gonna get this man, I'm gonna ask this man for some food because this man have not said anything or did anything bad to me since I've been here. And the man say to him, here goes some ramen noodles. You can have this cup. I'm a Christian at heart, so here's a cup of ramen, Roman, whatever y'all want to call them. I'm from Detroit, so we call them ramen. But anyway, why did DV need to disclose all that information to him? And he'd already shared him a couple of ramen noodles. So we're going to sit down, break bread, and I'm going to tell you about where I just dumped the body at. Because I trust you that much because you shared me a couple of. We got to stop believing everything we hear. And it's really upsetting me. It's really disappointing me. We got to stop believing everything we hear. Especially when it don't make sense. That's all I'm saying. When it don't make sense, you got to ask yourself, why don't it make sense? Why don't it make sense? I don't believe the inmate story. That is just me. The reason why I don't believe the inmate story is because the end game. The inmate is a part of the end game. Come on, y'all. What have I been telling y'all? Since we've been looking into sacrifices and talking about this, haven't I always told y'all to follow the money trail? So I hope y'all don't believe that these sacrifices and these rituals is just all about energy and all about ranking up. Ain't nobody trying to make no money. Y'all don't think that. The family of the victims, they gonna capitalize off of it, period. They gonna insert their way. They gonna find a way to capitalize. Share my post. Donations, donations, donations. But when it comes to these people that's operating on this pyramid level, you think that money ain't a factor? Baby, money is always the end game. So, will there be a future lawsuit against Houston Police Department? Is my question. Because I believe that would be the end game. So I believe the role that this inmate played was really just for the end game. To say that I had information and they never used it. So therefore, the Davis family can do the Miss Teresa. Jesus, we have seen this. seen this before. So the Davis family can turn around and sue the police department, just like Teresa turned around and sued the Crown Plaza without an arrest, without a teaser, without justice. How do you get to the money without the justice? You gotta get a lawsuit, people. You gotta get the lawsuit. Money is always the motive. If they would have held some valuable information like that, and they knowingly held that, and he's supposed to interview with these detectives, and they were supposed to use the information, but did not move, and the only response they got for that is, well, we might have dropped the ball, but we got her. That's all that matters. Come on now. Y'all don't see a lawsuit in the making. I'm going to tell you right now, if there is no arrest made for the murder of Maleah Davis, if her reports come back, her autopsy and everything reports come back inconclusive, no cause of death is determined, no time of death is determined. If there become rumors of a lawsuit against Houston PD, please do not be surprised, because all of this is the end game to their plan. This is my last slide, y'all. Always follow the money trail. Always follow the money trail. Now, would the game end like this? I don't know. I'm watching them play chess, but I'm praying that it don't. I'm praying that Malia get her justice. I'm praying that BB get sentenced to jail for murder. I'm praying for this stuff. But I pretty much seen this before and know the game all too well. So I'm just putting it in the atmosphere. If the chips start falling, don't be surprised. As a matter of fact, count it all joy, because you can see and you knew before anybody else. We always talk about that, y'all. It got to be an end game. And this is the reason why Craig is not saying much. Because it is Craig's family it's Craig who cannot look like a guilty party or a suspect or any of that. Because the people is going to push him to get that lawsuit, like the people push that other woman to get her lawsuit. Do y'all hear me? Why do you think that man said, I don't want to talk, I plead the fifth? He know what's coming. He gonna get what's due to him. Money and rank, just like TM. And I'm talking about another case. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Money and rank. This is where I see it going. Okay? This is where I see it going. I see it going like that because I don't see BB filing no lawsuit. I don't see her being able. I feel like the people is going to put her into the ground. And she already knew that was going to be the case. Like, trust me. The players already know when this stuff hits the fan and go viral, they're going to have to be some tough cookies to deal with social media. And see what I'm saying? They already know that. They know not to have no feelings. I can't have no feelings if I'm going to accept this assignment. See what I'm saying? I got to be bold. Because social media going to try to break me down. They already know that. 9 times out of 10, they hate people. They hate themselves, so they don't care. Are y'all following me? Craig has to be the one to play this thing out. He the one. Jesus, thank you. He started it. He gonna finish it, is what I just heard. Craig Davis started this thing, put this thing into motion in 2015, and he gonna finish this thing off with a lawsuit. Malika getting ready to lead a building. That is the end of my presentation, y'all. Whew. I'm sorry if I got a little bit too loud and irate, but I am very passionate about these kids, and I'm very passionate about these cases and the assignment that God has for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I'm gonna answer some few questions. I'll talk to y'all, see what y'all talking about in the chat, comment on some of y'all comments in the chat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and get to my family. And I want to know in the chat what y'all think. Like, what did y'all think about it? Because I seriously did a couple all-nighters. I took some naps during the day, then got right back up and but I didn't sleep last night and whew, went through it, y'all. Really went through it. But I'm like, you know what? Just like I said, I was gonna go hard for Kanika and go bold and not care. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the same thing for Malia. And I know that a lot of things might not make sense to a lot of y'all. Um, it's just time to wake up, people. It's just time to wake up. Like it's no excuse. Period. All right, because if you don't get it now, I hope to God that it don't take another incident, you know what I'm saying, or somebody near and dear to you for you to have to actually get it and wake up. When we can actually put our heads together now, come up with a blueprint now. I'm working on a blueprint. I have a foundation in the works. If anybody will help me out on that foundation, not as far as donation, but just want to be a part of the board and help me come up with blueprints, I would love that. I would definitely appreciate that. If anybody want to give me some donations towards it, I won't mind that either. Either way it go, we need to come up with a plan, a blueprint. I would love to have a team. How we can put our plans into action and try to prevent this from happening again. I don't believe that we're gonna be able to be that effective in the community, at least not right away. But just having a place to start, these lives opening up our eyes to this stuff. Even y'all share the video. Share the video. Tell somebody about it. I don't care about the views. I promise you I do. I just want to be effective in my community for this generation right here because I know this is where God wants me. Okay. And if anybody feel like you want to align yourself with me for this particular mission, for the kids, then let's do it. Let's do it. So let me see what y'all got to say. Forensics will not be able to determine the cause of death. Mm-hmm. They're gonna sue the whole city, Houston. Hold on. They're gonna sue the whole Houston setup. Mm, mm. Who? Debbie said Craig is evil, and Deb had did a lot of research on Craig and Craig's family and everything, and brought me a lot of research on the family. So Debbie, she saw it firsthand for herself. Okay, she saw it firsthand for herself. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for the tour lab. I need a confirmation. Amen. Great breakdown. Very informative. Good job connecting some dots. Thanks, Kay. Amen. Glory to God. Yes, all praise to the Most High, most definitely. And y'all, if I'm not 100% on everything or whatever the case may be, charge it to my head, not my heart. Because my heart is definitely in this. And I'm definitely in my eyes, I'm definitely doing the right thing. I'm submitting myself to the Lord. I'm praying before I even get to work. I'm praying after I work. I'm definitely praying before my lives. We did a fast for Malia's Day on June 9th. I called it inside the group. I actually didn't do a live, but I asked the ladies in the group if they could fast with me, and we did a fast. So while they was actually having Maleah Day and they energy, being sucked in up and all that stuff, me and the ladies, we decided to resist our flesh and fast for that day, Maleah's Day. So I believe that God is, replying and He's moving on behalf of those who's being faithful. If y'all see what I'm saying, it's not a shot against nobody, but it's just that if you be faithful to Him, He gonna be faithful to you. Like He's faithful. He's faithful to people that ain't even faithful to Him. Imagine how He is to those that's faithful to Him. Like He really gonna respond. You see what I'm saying? So drop your email. Okay, I got you. Can somebody take my email, drop my email down? Thank you, Malika. This is really opened my eyes more to this world we are living in. Yes, ma'am, Amelia. Hey, Amelia. Yes, Yeshua. Shua. Love him. Glory to God. Thank you, sis. Bless you too, Deb. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. So I have literally drained myself, and I have to get in a place where the Lord can restore me and fill me back up again because my anointing and my cup was full, and now it has runneth over. And I am drained. So I have to get in a place where, and I don't really believe I'm in a position right now to like answer questions. I don't even want to do the whole Q&A thing. If somebody didn't understand something as far as what I presented, y'all can put it in the chat room and I would address that. But I don't want to do a whole Q&A right now. What I'm gonna do is, I think this lab went really good. I'm just gonna, like I said, wait on the Lord. That's all I can do for what to do next or how to move next. But what I can do is address any confusion or anything that I might have said as far as this live, pertaining to this live. But not necessarily a Q&A about the case because, like I said, I gave y'all my theory in the beginning. I mean, in the middle. I do believe that all both of the parents was in on it. I do believe the other stepfather was in on it as well, but he became the scapegoat. You know, he ended up getting stuck with the body. He ended up getting caught on camera. All things fell apart. They had to cover up for the other two, throw him, make him the scapegoat because it needed to be one. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? And then he was, you know, I think it was some little errors or messed up slip ups along the way. But whenever we look at slip ups like that, for me, that's just God. That's just y'all saying all of it. Because if it wasn't those slip ups, then a lot of this stuff would just be completely swept under the rug, and we wouldn't know about it. You see what I'm saying? But when we see hiccups and slip ups and stuff like that, like when it's a camera next door that you probably didn't know about, a lot of people feel like she knew about the camera. I feel like they didn't know about that camera. I feel like when that camera, that's when stuff hit the fan. That's when she turned around and say, that nigga set me up. Remember, she got the messages when she found there was a camera right there, and there was rumors that he was on camera, but Leah was behind him. She came back in the messages like, I don't believe it. No, 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 I got receipts for everything else, but the people is not gonna believe me because they see this nigga on camera with Malia. He done snuck her. See, that's when stuff hits the fan, and I call those type of hiccups the glory of the Father. I call them the glory of the Lord because I'm telling y'all, if stuff like that has to happen, so this stuff can be exposed. If those things, see y'all be missing God something. Don't miss him. He working. He working. He operating. He was the one that had that woman to put that camera in that place. See what I'm saying? He's working. He always at work. But see, those things, a lot of times people say, Malik, I really believe that they knew it was there. They used to always go outside and smoke a cigarette and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, but who really paid attention to that? And we don't know how long them cameras actually been there. But for me, I seen the slip. I felt like it was a slip up because immediately her response to it and how she knew, you know how that man said on Men's Society, you know he done messed up, don't you? You know he done messed up. So when when you see those slip ups that God put in position, they get to panicking because they thought their plan was flawless, but they didn't understand that he is he. Oh, they didn't understand how our God works, y'all. They didn't understand that he is not going to allow you to keep doing this stuff in darkness and not shine light. They just don't understand that. I don't know, but so I believe that those little hiccups and those things right there is God's way of shining light on the situations and what happens to the situation. So, but yeah, her immediate panic for me was because she found out she didn't messed up, and that footage was going to be released to the public. And QZ probably put that in motion, or QX, whatever his name is, QX. I'm sorry. He probably put that in motion. Like, we need to go ahead and let them release these. We need to release them because I believe he is connected to it. And I showed y'all the pyramid how he's connected to the police. Somebody on the police force. So I'm pretty sure he said, okay, in the media, we need to get this stuff out here because we need a scapegoat. And look at him, fool. We got some with the bag. So, but this is because, I believe it was a sacrifice, and I definitely believe it was a sacrifice put into place since 2015. So that's pretty much all I got to really say on that. Very true and imperative. Wait, I got you. Yo, most definitely, the Yaba is doing a new thing. Hallelujah. Bless that God. Yes, yes. Thank you. Amen. Glory to God. Why did he have her hand cover her? Why did they have her hand cover her mouth? It wasn't really about her being secret, or anything like that. It's just basically giving a message. It's the way that they communicate with each other. Okay, so somebody caught that. The people that's awakened to this stuff, they caught that. So they pretty much knew what this type of thing was. See, just like I was able to look at it and see signs and symbols and things like that, it was just symbolism that they put on her. It wasn't the fact that they wanted her to remain, silent or keep the vow of secrecy, but it was basically symbolism to let everybody else know that this is that type of situation, and we are vowing to secrecy. You see what I'm saying? So But that was a good question too, because I asked myself that when I first seen her with the hand over the mouth. Because normally I see the parents or the people that partake in it, you know what I'm saying, with the hand over the mouth. But in this situation right here, we don't have gang members, friends, and stuff like that. And it would have been too obvious to really see a picture with BB with her hand over her mouth and anybody else. So the Malia thing is really just symbolism and a way of them communicating and letting us know, or letting those who is awakened know what's going on. And she's a part of the agenda, just like the whole shirt with the the whole picture, the painted type of picture with the unicorn on her shirt and the pixie dust in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like those just really symbolism that they put out there to pretty much tell us what's going on. Okay. I got to look into this radio pharmaceuticals and BB medical study. I watched a video about it. It's deep. Oh yeah, thank you, Antoine. And when you look into it some more, well, matter of fact, you was in the group, so just drop some stuff in the group and we can talk about it some more. Because hopefully we could do like another part two. I don't really like to put stuff out there because I don't know what God got for us, but Hebrew gifts Malia was Illuminati. No, 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 no. I believe her parents wanted into the occult, or either her father was already, you probably came in at the end. Her father was already Masonic, but his family is definitely Masonic. He either wanted to level up or be a part of it and agreed to do this sacrifice. So more of the parents are puppets of Illuminati. The parents, not Malia. Malia is the child of God. She belongs to him. But like I said, a lot of things have to take place because it fulfills prophecy. Um, Malia, not really Malia, but Brittany and other parents who have sacrificed their children, it fulfills prophecy. I want to say Luke 9:15. I could be wrong. I have to go back and check it. But it's one scripture that talk about how the Lord did not come to bring peace, but he actually came to bring division and separate, mother from daughter, father from son. If y'all know what scripture I'm talking about, drop it in the chat room. But so these people, these parents who are sacrificing their children, they fulfill that prophecy that God told us that will happen in the end. Are y'all following what I'm saying? So this is the reason why, if y'all wonder why God has to allow things like that to happen, he allows things like that to happen so the world can understand that his word not gonna come to him void, return to him void. When he say it, that's what he means. And he is not a man that he should lie. So these things were already prophetically spoken. So now we actually seeing it take place. We have to be able to see it because he's not a man to where he should lie, right? He's not gonna lie about it. He said it was gonna happen. Towards the end, my spirit will divide a mother and a father. You know what I'm saying? A child will turn on their own mother and put their mother to death. We're gonna see situations and stories where you're gonna see a child, it's probably gonna be a big one, kill a mother or their grandmother. See what I'm saying? So because these is prophecies being fulfilled during this time. Luke, there you go, right there. Luke 12:53. Thank you. That girl, I have looked at a lot of scriptures lately. I said 9, but I was a little off. I said 9:15. I was big time off. But yeah, Luke 12:53. Exactly. And he's separating the wheat from the tares. Exactly. Yes, the bio dad said he already knew what happened way beforehand. And I didn't actually show that clip, but I quoted it in there. But you guys, if y'all haven't seen that, go on YouTube and look up the biological dad statement because he said he already knew what happened, and that's the reason why he wasn't gonna go out there and look for it. So yeah. All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today live. If you guys, well, let me put my email in the chat room. Somebody asked for my email. Let me do that before I get up out of here. Okay, guys. So all I gotta say is don't take my word for anything. Don't take my word for nothing at all. Just go ahead and pray. Pray for confirmation. Even look for other witnesses to confirm. Look for confirmation. You know, I believe God will send you confirmation. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I love you guys. You guys take care of yourself. Take care of your children. If you have not woke up yet, wake up. Those who are woke, stay woke. All right, you guys. Y'all have a blessed evening. Bye. And that's my email address, Hebrew. I don't remember who I accessed my email address, but there you go right there. So just send me an email. Bye everybody.